Alright, that's enough of that. Can y'all hear me okay? I had to kind of mess with like the microphone and the cameras and everything when I had the doctor's appointment. Oh my god, when the doctor's appointment. So, hello. How is louder than normal? Oh really? Maybe I was too close to it. How's it now? Is it normal? If I get closer, is it getting louder? Okay, sorry. So been a hot minute. Nope. Nope. You know, like I'm gonna start you can see I'm already blushing through my makeup. I was blushing so hard the entire time. I was like, I put on so much like because listen, when I blush, I've said this before, it's like I put blush up here, right? I don't blush in the cute areas. I blush like here and then around my mouth and then on my chest. And it's like, it's not like a cute, it's like a splotchy red tomato and you're like, you good? And anyway, so where do we begin? Pretty Blue Eye Show. Oh, thank you. I was planning on playing Zelda today, the new game, but I forgot that I unplugged the Switch. Didn't look like you're blushing. Okay, good. Good, because man, I was not. I thought I rehearsed in my head. I was going to be so slick. I wasn't. He probably thinks I don't speak English because of... Anyway. Hold on. So, where do we begin? I guess the morning of, right? So I wake up, mounted the picture on the wall. It's on my fridge. I have to get a frame, but I'm gonna get a frame. It's on the fridge right now. It's on the fridge and, don't worry about it. Anyway, so I woke up. And I woke up early and I was like, oh my God, I can't do this. Like, I was genuinely, like, listen, here's the thing about me. When I experience adrenaline or nerves, even if it's like for excitement, my body understands it as fear. I don't know if it's because like when I was, going through some rough stuff in my life, like it was just constant fear and there was no enjoyment in life. So whenever I feel like a spike of adrenaline, it's just fear. It's just fear and anxiety. So I woke up and I was like, fuck. I was like, I can't do this. I was like, I can't go through with this. This is insane. Like, what am I, like, this is insane. Like, I can't, it's fucking Hayden Christensen. Like, it's Hayden Christensen. Like, So I was like, I was like, okay, my original plan, because I asked some of my friends if they wanted to go, right? And they're like, yeah, I'll get back to you. And I was like, all right, well, you got like 2 days left, man. And they like didn't get back to me. So I was like, and the thing is too, I was like, listen, I was planning on getting dressed up as an elf, like my Baldur's Gate character, like, elf. I was thinking of doing that. But I may just go, because I was gonna wear the sweatshirt no matter what, but I was gonna, I wasn't gonna wear it the whole time. I was just gonna put it on over the dress, but then I put it on over the dress and I was like, this looks ridiculous. And I was like, I'd look better with just jeans. But then I was like, oh, but it's Comic-Con. I don't know if I've been to a Comic-Con before. I was like, everyone's gonna be dressed up, like, I might as well. But then I was like, oh, but like, the only reason I went to Comic-Con, was for Hayden Christensen. That's the only reason. And so day of, I wake up and I get put on the elf outfit and then I put on the sweater just because I was like posing to try to get good pictures. Because here's the thing, right? The left side of my face is the acceptable side of the face. That's why all my fucking selfies go like this. It's on this side, right? This is my arch nemesis, right? That was English. Here's the thing, right? I say I'm like a perfect split of my parents. This side's my mom's side. This side's my dad's side. Not saying my dad was ugly, but it's, how do I word this? This side is the I'm approachable. This side is I want to be alone, which is my parents, right? So I always just think of it as like, when I smile, I look happy and friendly. And like, that's how my mom is. My mom is happy and friendly and gets along with everybody and blah, 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 blah. And then my dad was very much, oh, I'm friendly, but I just want to be left alone. I want to be alone. I want to be in my little dungeon. I want to be, this is this side, right? So anyway, I had hyped myself up. I was looking at pictures of everybody, and everybody was on the left side of Hayden. So I was like, okay, cool. We're going to have the good side, right? Remember that. So anyway, I put on the sweatshirt, and I was like, this looks ugly. I can't go as an elf. And I was like, I'm going to have to glue on the ears. And I was like, we're going to leave at a certain time. And because I was going to go drive to Nate's house, and then we were going to get an Uber from there. But I was like on the fence, because like, what if I just drive? Like, because like, parking, blah, 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 blah. By the way, glad I didn't drive. So anyway, Nate's like, hey, like, what time are you coming over? And I was like, and I was like, I'm probably gonna be a little late because I'm like freaking out, man. And he's like, it's okay, like, just take your time, but I just don't want you to. I was like, no, it's fine. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do my makeup and then we'll decide on the outfit afterwards, right? So I'm sitting there doing my makeup, and I was trying so hard to do my makeup good. Because sometimes I don't do my makeup good. Sometimes I look at my makeup and I'm like, we got to start over, So anyway, I felt like my makeup was good. And so I was like, nice. So then I was like, well, we're back to the fucking elf issue again, because I was like, I have to leave in 10 minutes and I have to glue on the ears, and the ears take a while to glue on because you glue them on, right? I was panicking because I did my hair, and I was like, oh, but was I supposed to wash my hair today, or was I not wash my hair? Because the thing is, I had to curl it. And I said, listen, when you first wash your hair, say I wash my hair and then I dry it and I try to curl it, the curls aren't going to stay as much because I just washed the hair, right? Curled hair is better on like 2-day-old hair. Does this make sense? I don't know if y'all have ever done anything with your hair. It's very tedious. There's rules, right? So anyway, everything was fine. And so I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to do elf. It's Comic-Con. Fuck it, right? It's Comic-Con. So I put on the elf outfit, and I'm doing everything up. And then I'm like, okay, time to do the ears. So I do the ears, and everything was great. And I was like, cool. And so I texted Nate, and I was like, all right, bro, heading your way. And just want to let you know, I'm probably going to act like I'm pissed off. I'm not. I'm anxious as fuck. And he's like, okay. So I get there, and he's like, hey, how are you doing? I was like, good. And he's like, do you need a water? And I was like, and he's like, okay, it's okay, Kate. And I was like, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. And anyway, so then we get an Uber, go all the way, we get there at Comic-Con, and then we have to go. There was 2 buildings. In like one building, you had to go get the badges, and I thought it was gonna be like this whole process. There wasn't a line. We got there. I wanted to get there not right as doors open, but I wanted to get there pretty early. Because I was afraid of the line. Because I've been to Anime Expo. And Anime Expo, when I've gone to Anime Expo, I've gotten in through, like, brands and stuff. So it was, like, easy because I got to go to a side and I got, like, VIP access kind of thing. This was, like, I bought the ticket. So I was like, I'm going to go to, like, be a big line, right? There wasn't a line. Not even for security. You just walk through. All right, if it beeps, you have to stop. I'm like, that's okay. So I, holding my purse, I was like, I got my keys in here. I got my phone. Is if it's a metal detector, isn't it going to go off? And no, it did go off. So I was like, all right, that was weird. Anyway, so went, got the badges, and then it was like a small little area. And I was like, oh, let's walk around this area. And he's like, yeah, okay. And there was a big sign. It said Artist Alley. And I was like, oh, let's go there. Artist Alley is my favorite. So we walk around, and there were so many cool things, but it was so small. And I was like, usually, because Nate's never been, so I was like, usually it's like 10 times bigger than this. And I was like, I don't know why. I'm like, well, I know there's 2 buildings, so maybe this is like the smaller building. And he's like, yeah, we have plenty of time. And I'm like, yeah, I looked at the time, and it was like 2.5 hours until the meet and greet. And I was like, and he's like, you gonna be okay? And I was like, yep. So then my friend texted me, the one that I said like, oh, I don't know if I'll be able to go, like, keep me updated. So then he texted me, he's like, hey, I don't think I'll be able to go. And I was like, well, no shit, Sherlock, like, we're here. Like, and so I thought it was funny. So we're walking around, and then we go to like this one area, then we go to this other area, and we're just like walking around. I'm like, hey, you want to go back to the other building? And Odele, thank you for subscribing for 50 months. Thank you, thank you. And so he's like, yeah, let's go to the other building. I'm like, okay. So we're walking to the other building, and like, let me tell you something. Before I went, I was telling myself everybody was gonna be dressed in cosplay, right? I didn't know that 95% of people were in cosplay. It was very cool to experience because like I've gone to like Anime Expo and like that's like 50-50. Almost everyone was. Almost everyone. Which was, it was kind of cool to experience because I was like, oh, I feel like I fit in. But anyway, so then we walked to like the main building, and as we're walking, he was like, oh, that's where you're gonna be. And I was like, what? And I look up and I see like meet and greet times, and it was, well, he's like, yeah, look, Hayden. And I was like, and he's like, you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And he's like, okay, we still got like 2 hours. I'm like, yeah, I know, 2 hours. Yeah, I know. So we're walking around like artist. We go back and forth artist alley, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, look, there's lightsabers over there. Let's go look at the lightsabers. We walk over. And Nate goes, wait, isn't that the company you got yours from? And I look up, and it was fucking Ultra Sabers, aka the saber thing, that one where I ordered it, and they took 3 months to ship it to me, and then it got stolen off my porch. But then apparently the guy didn't know what it was and brought it back, and then it doesn't even stay in the thing. It falls out. I have to shove paper into the. So I saw them, and I was like, interesting. And I was like, should I go ask them what to do if my saber falls apart? And he's like, yeah, do it. And I was like, no, it's fine. Because like the thing is, like, I kind of wish I did, because like I can't. If I hold my saber like this, it's fine. If I hold it like this, it's fine. If I go like this, it just bloop, it falls out. Like the hilt is really cool. All of it's really cool. It doesn't stay together, which I feel like is really weird, and it should be staying together, But anyway, should have done. I know. Should have gone full Angie elf. I know. Well, we'll get to that. So we're walking around, and as we're walking around, keep in mind, hold on, let me show you a picture. I was just in my usual casual, elf gear. Do I have a full body picture? Yeah, here's me I just took a picture with Captain America, but I just wore like the elf, the dress, and then the ears, I just wore my little elf gear. Here's another picture. Just I was just like, a Renaissance dress and then the elf ears. Like it wasn't anything crazy, right? Wolfsburg, thank you for subscribing with your Twitch Prime for 32 months. Yeah, Tavern Elf, exactly. It wasn't anything like crazy. So we were walking, and all of a sudden this guy stops in front of me and was like, can I take a picture of you? And I look up and I was like, yeah, sure. And so I did like a little pose, and then he took a picture of me. He's like, thanks, and then walked away. And I was like, why? I was like, I wasn't cosplaying as anybody. I was just me. I was an elf. And like usually, and I know the thing is like usually, like some people are like, oh, maybe he recognized you. No. This has happened every single time. There's 2 ways people approach me. Because the thing is, most of the time people don't expect to see me. And then the thing it had just automatic 2 things come out of someone's mouth when they see me. It's either Kate, and I'm like, it's either my name, or they go, are you Piddle Ass? Those are the only 2. Because the first one when people just go, Kate, it's like they're in like shock that it's me, and they're seeing if it is me, which it is. And then the other one is they think it's me, but they're not sure, but anyway. So both of which are fine, by the way, but I don't think that person was like knew who I did content online kind of thing. I don't think it was, I don't know. I guess he just thought I was a cosplayer, which I do like cosplaying, but I don't think I'm like good at it, But anyway, if I see you, I'm just gonna hear you. I would laugh so hard, but I would also be so confused. Um, but anyway, so that happened, and then we were walking around, and then it was like, okay, you have an hour left, and I was like, and so then I was like, okay. Oh, also, I had my necklace with the D20. Um, I don't know. Have I shown y'all my D20 necklace? Anyway, but I was telling Nate, I was like, we have to find, D&D dice here. Like, I'm sure there's gonna be D&D dice. And so we were like looking around, and we started finding some, but like, some were cool, some were like kind of whatever, but there was one pair that I really liked. It was like a pearl white, and then like I think the colors on the inside were like hot pink. Those were really cool. But anyway, we were like walking around, and then we come up to this table with a bunch of dice and everything, and I'm looking at them like, these are sick, because like some of the other ones, you look at them and you're like, I feel like this kind of came from Amazon, like, because that has happened, Anime Expo, like people just buy it off Amazon. They're like, yes, come look at our dice. But anyway, so I'm looking at them at this table, and like the dice are insane. Like, so cool. Like, I was looking at them, I'm like, this is awesome. And I was like, I want to, this is so cool. Like, these dice are so cool. I want to come back here. Where's like the little note card so I can like, look them up online later. So I look down and I see this spell, and I'm like, hold up. So the thing is, right? I got an ad in like July on Twitter for a company that makes D&D shit, and one of them was an owlbear jacket, like like the bomber jacket, but it's like silky, you know what I'm talking about? And it was an owlbear. And there was another one that was purple, and it was what are they called? The panther with the tail kind of thing, displacer or something. Anyway, I loved the purple, but I love owlbear, so I pre-ordered the owlbear one, and because I was like, I don't know, it's really expensive. But the thing is, right, hear me out. The thing is, Overwatch, in like 2018, they had a reversible Hanzo Genji jacket. Like, that was the same. It was very expensive, but I kept telling myself, once I have girl money, I'll get it. They don't make it anymore. I could have bought it before, but they don't make it anymore. And now I don't have my little Hanzo jacket, and I'm so upset. So anyway, so I saw this, and I was like, pre-order, and I'm like, you know what? Girl money. And so I ordered it, and it's now October, and I have not heard nothing. And so I was, I saw the Dispel, and I was like, oh my God, this is that company. So I turned to Nate, and I was like, dude. And so I told him, and he's like, well, you want to ask him about the jacket? And I was like, they're probably not going to know. They just run the stall. But then I was like, well, what if like they run the stall, but they also own the company, So then one of them comes over, and he's like, oh, do you have any questions? And I was like, yeah, actually, I was trying to be as nice as I possibly could, because the thing is, I didn't want to be like, I ordered this jacket and I haven't heard anything. Like, I didn't want to be like that. But so I was just like, hi. I was like, this is kind of crazy. Like, I just noticed that, do y'all make the owlbear jackets? Because I pre-ordered it in like July, and he's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, so I hold on. So he like went and got another guy, and like kind of came over, and he goes, "Hey, how can I help?" I was like, so I just, I was just looking at the dice, and like they're really cool. And then I looked down, I saw the Dispel, and then I was like, oh my God, I ordered the owlbear jacket. Like, I pre-ordered the owlbear jacket from y'all. And he goes, "Oh yeah, so those are we're unfortunately running behind on those, but like, we're really sorry." I was like, no. I was like, it's okay. I just looked down and saw the Dispel in it. I was like, oh my God, like, I ordered that. Like, I just am really excited to have it. I didn't know like if it was still being made. He's like, yeah. He's like, we're going to send emails out with like coupons and stuff, like, cause it's taken so long, but like, I'm so sorry about, I was like, no. I was like, it's okay. My thing was just like, what are the fucking odds that this company I found on Twitter are at the event? And I just, I was just curious about the jacket. That's pretty much it. But, and so I was like, it's okay. I was like, I really am excited to get it. So like, I was just curious. And they're like, yeah, no, of course. And then the other guy was like, thank you so much for like your loyalty. And I was like, I found y'all on Twitter. What do you mean loyalty? But I was like, oh yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. But like, their dice were really cool. So if y'all want to look at D&D dice, it's called Dispel Dice, I think. But anyway, so hopefully they said that, no, I think end of October it'll be coming out, which will be nice. My little D&D jacket. But anyway, so I wish, dude. Do you know how much that jacket cost? Mid J, thank you for subscribing for 3. Is that 3 years? I think so. Oh, I don't need any more dice. Yeah, I almost linked you to this, but dude, they're so cool. Oh, they're so cool. But anyway, so then we were walking around, and then Nate's like, "Oh, I think it may be time for you to like go get ready." And I was like, "Nate, I can't do this." And he goes, "Yes, you can, Kate. He's just a dude." And I was like, He is not just a he. Imagine if you were meeting like Matt Mercer, because Nate likes the Critical Role, which Matt Mercer also voices Cole Cassidy, but that's kind of all I know him from. Oh, and Ganon in the Zelda. Sorry. Anyway, so where was I talking about? Oh yeah. So then he's like, okay, we should probably go walk around. I was like, yeah, okay. So we go to like the meet and greet area. And I'm standing there and I'm just anxious as fuck. Like I do not feel good. I am just shaking in my boots, vibrating. Like I was just freaking out. And Nate's like, yeah, I think I'm going to go find some food, if that's okay. He's Minsk too? Are you serious? How did I not know that? That checks out though, now that I think about it. That's awesome. What are the odds? But, so anyway, Nate was like, I'm going to go get food. And I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to be here and I'm going to be anxious. Angelus, thank you for subscribing for 39 months. Thank you. He's a master of the voice. Indeed. But I was trying to like say, like, you really think this guy's cool? I really think Hayden Christensen is cool. I've thought Hayden Christensen is cool since I was like 13. Which is like almost 19 years. Oh my god. No, say psych. Stop. Listen, I'm trying to do math. Cuz I know I was 13. When did Revenge of the Sith? May 19th. Oh my god. No. How old was I in 2005? Hold on. Yeah, I was 13. Okay. Phew. It's not a road you want to go down. Listen, I understand that it was a long time ago. I'm just saying I have hyped Hayden Christensen up my entire life. Like, I uploaded the picture on my Facebook, and my childhood best friend immediately, like, I haven't really talked to her a whole lot anymore just because, like, different lives, She immediately hearted the picture because she knows. Because I've been like this my whole fucking life. Like, how you can like a photo on Facebook. I don't go on Facebook ever, but you can like a photo on Facebook, or you can like heart it, or you could like give someone a hug, or you can like do like a cry face. Like, you can have different emotions reacting to it. She like full on hearted it because she knows. Anyway, so I was waiting. So Nate leaves, and I'm waiting by the area, and I walk up to the lady, and I'm like, I hold up my phone with like the little scanner. I'm like, is this where I'm supposed to be? She goes, oh no, you have to go across the building. You have to go through. I was like, I had been waiting in the wrong spot for like 20 minutes, and I was like, oh my god. So I zoom, like I am zooming to the right area, right? And as I'm walking, I'm so stupid because I'm walking to the correct area, right? And I'm like, how do I know if I'm going in the right way? Maybe that, Kate. Maybe that. So I see that, and I was like, oh, all right. So I just zoom, and then I walk into the area, and there is 2 sections. One is for Ewan, and the next one is for Hayden. And there were maybe 600 people in that room. And I was like, oh my god. Because, like, I thought the tickets were really expensive, but I thought they were cheap considering who they are, But I was like, damn. So I think in Discord I said there was 200 plus people in Hayden's line. I think I miscalculated. It was probably around 400. Because, so they had us line up. And it was Hayden's first LA con. Really? And I got to go. Oh my god. I hope he comes back. I really hope he comes back. So the way they did the lines was there was line 1, 2, 3, 4, like all the way down to like 16, right? So it's like this big old thing, and people lined up in like these, lines. And so I walk in and I show one of the workers, I was like, am I supposed to be here? And he's like, yeah. He's like, we're running behind schedule. So like, just stay right here in this like little area, we'll get everybody in their lines sorted. And I was like, okay. So everyone's waiting. And then, so the way they moved the line. So I want you to imagine, like I said, these lines, right? Sorry, these lines. And then the entrance is like over here. So what they're doing is they pull in all these people from line 1. And then they have all the people from line 2 go in. And then they have line 3 go bloop, bloop to line 1. And then line 4 to go bloop, bloop to line 2. So that way it was like shuffling. It was actually, I thought that was really clever. But anyway, so they did that. And then the big group of people that didn't have a line got put into a line. And so I was in a line over here. And then over here was the exit where people were getting their pictures printed. And so I was able to watch it, and I was seeing there was pictures where like some girl was holding his hands and like looking up at him, and he was like looking down at her. And then there was another one where she was like hugging him. And then there's others where they were just doing like this side by side. And then I was watching all kinds of photos, and I was like, okay, so I have options, because I was trying to hype myself up to be like, can I give you a hug as a picture, I'm friendly, ally, but I'm straight, so. I'm talking about Hayden Christensen right now, so that's, hello. So I'm waiting in line, I'm seeing all these pictures come out, and then I'm like, okay, this is making me less nervous, I guess, like all the people being in this room. I don't play Fortnite, no. I play Overwatch 2, which is probably worse. But anyway, so like I'm looking at all these people, and everyone, everyone's wearing Star Wars stuff, like everyone. And I was like, all right, cool, this is cool. So I put on like my hoodie or whatever, my outfit. And oh, Mango, thank you for subscribing for 46 months. Thank Thanks. I'm assuming you have to go to sleep. Have a good sleep. I'll be here yapping. So the fact that that feels cool. Oh, thank you. There were so many people there. It actually made me feel better because I was like, he's not going to remember me. He's not going to remember me. We're fine. Like he's not going to remember me. There's so many people in here. He's probably standing there. He doesn't want to be here. Like he's taking these pictures with people, he's probably exhausted. He probably wants to get lunch. I was thinking of all this stuff. I'm like, you know what? It's just a picture. I'm not going to walk in, chat to him a little bit, and then take the picture. Like I'm going to walk in and take the picture. I was just telling myself, you know what? It's okay. Look at all these people. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. It's fine. And it actually made me feel better. And then all the pictures too that were coming out, literally it was so fucking cute because grown ass, like 6'4" men were coming out, getting their picture, and then going, like, just grinning from ear to ear. Everyone that came out, they look at their picture with him, and they were just smiling. And I was like, I love him so much. Like, I am so glad that everyone is getting to experience this, And, like, I'm so glad, too, now that, like, because the thing is, I didn't, as the 13-year-old, I didn't know about like all the hate that he was getting. I didn't know. I didn't have access to the news. I didn't have access to the internet. I didn't have, I wasn't aware. And so to me, he was just awesome. He was always awesome. And then when I turned like 16, 17, 18, I had access to the internet, and then everyone was hating him, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, he was incredible. What are you talking about? And so just everyone that was there was like a couple people that were like my parents' age. But almost everyone was like my age. And so I was so happy that like now we're old enough to tell him like how incredible he is, Cause like even when I was a teenager and watching it, like I thought he did so well at being like the awkward, angsty, very angsty, He wasn't ever given a chance. I just thought he did a really good job. And like, yeah, George Lucas sometimes doesn't really know how people communicate, which I know Mark Hamill's talked about that in the past. But anyway, besides the point. So, what was I saying? We were all in line. Oh yeah, everybody was really happy to meet him. Everyone was really happy. And so, but the thing is, right? I don't know what happened, but the line just stopped moving. Like we were not moving. And I don't know if he like needed to take a bathroom break. I don't know if like he was like taking a breather. Hold on. What the Oh. Yeah, sorry. Hold on. Scum for interrupting the line. Sorry, the group chat. So anyway, we were stuck, not moving, and then all of a sudden, like, there was like a big movement, and then like all the workers, like I was like hyping myself up, and all the workers came out, and then one of them was like, they said something, but they only said it to like some of the lines in front of us, and I couldn't hear exactly what they said, so I was like, okay, it's probably fine. It's probably fine. And then I just like was back to my phone, just enjoying, and then I was also listening to everybody around me talk, but I was standing in line for like an hour-ish at this point. And like everyone around me was like sitting at this point because they were just exhausted. Which I don't blame them. Can you not? Hold on. Anyway. That was weird. I don't have any mods, so just do it myself, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just people have too much time on their hands. I don't know. I don't care. Anyway, so waiting in line for like, yeah, welcome back. Waiting in line for like an hour, and then so they came out, didn't hear anything. There was like a dad and his daughter like kind of next to me, and the dad was like, what did they say? And she's like, I don't know. And so I was like, all right, cool. I couldn't like, eavesdrop. And then there was a dad with his son in front of me, and the dad was playing Tetris on his phone, and his son was like, what's that? And his dad's like, oh, it's Tetris. I was like, how the fuck do you not know what Tetris is? But so he started showing his son how to play Tetris on the phone, which I thought was kind of like a cute little father-son moment. We're napping. Honestly, I think we're all close to it. But so then like the line starts moving again, and then I see like the entrance, which I took but they also said like you couldn't take pictures or video or like nothing when you're in the room, which fair enough. So then I got like this close. So this is like they had a big long curtain across, and then they had like a enter here curtain, right? The entrance into the. So then I got to like that point, and that's when I started panicking, because I was like, oh my god. Here's the thing about me, right? I have to let something settle first, So like like when I met BTS, right? I was freaking out. But I was waiting in line and then saw them. I need like at least 30 seconds to process, Saw them, they're on the stage, and then they came down, and then they came and they stood out front and they got in their positions. Granted, BTS was different because you weren't allowed to touch them. You weren't like really allowed to look at them. You weren't, which I'm sure was not their fault. Like I'm sure if they wanted to have a different kind of meet and greet, if it was up to them, I'm sure they would have chosen something else. But anyway, but I was I was the last person in line. And so with BTS, like I got to see everybody have their picture taken first, and I got to like see them just kind of be there. And so I was kind of like, oh my God, they're real. And I had got that to set in, right? I didn't get that with Hayden. I did. So what happened? So like, we removed the line, and as we moved over, a lady came out and she goes, okay, everybody, we're really running behind schedule now. Like we really blah, 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 blah. So there no handshakes, no hugs. And I was like, fuck, because I had hyped myself up to get the picture to like have like a hug, be like, can I have the hug be the picture? But I thought that was like off the table because like it makes sense for like you just walk up, cheese, and then take the picture and then walk off. That's going to be very, very fast, right? And someone's like, oh, he probably got real tired, like, oh, so I was like, oh, if it's up to him. I mean, dude, look, that's exactly what happened to me. I was like, fuck, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And I was like, because I don't know if like, did he say something? Because if he said, I don't want to shake anybody's more hand, I don't want to shake any more hands. I don't want to do hugs. Like, I'm tired. Let's just get it. Because like, if I, I want him to be comfortable. And so I was like, I don't want him to be uncomfortable if people are asking him for hugs, he doesn't want to do it, So I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I was like, I don't want him, I'll just go in, take a picture, tell him, I appreciate you so much, like, thank you so much, like, for, doing this. Like, I wanted to tell him, the one thing I want to tell him, I appreciate you, and it's so nice to meet you. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, remember that. So anyway, I'm in a panic now because like my line's about to move into the curtain room, and she comes out and she's like, no hugs, no handshakes, absolutely none of that. You just put your bags down, you get in, you take a picture, you get out. We're running really behind. And I was like, oh my God, because they were running behind. I was an hour late to meeting him, and so I was panicked. And so I was like, okay, like, I'm just going to walk in. And I was like, I'm just going to walk in. I'm just going to get the picture. I'm just going to walk in and get the picture. And so we walk into the curtain room, and I look to my left because you had to put your bags down on this table, right? I look to my left, and he's right fucking there. But like because there was like two curtains. So you walk in, like there's this curtain, right? You walk through this curtain, and there was a curtain on this side and a curtain on this side, but there was an opening right here because this is where you walk through. So, because you have to go like in a U-turn around to go through, right? Am I visualizing this good? So I walk through the main curtain, and I look to my left as I'm taking my bag off, and I see him, and my body took a screenshot. I was like, oh my God, because he was right there. He was right there. He was right fucking there. And so I was like, immediately my heart's like, and I was like, shit. But the thing is, because there was a curtain here, I couldn't process that he was there. I couldn't process, like I saw him, but I couldn't let it sink in, like I did with the BTS thing. So I put my bag down, and my heart just, and I'm like, okay. It's so nice to meet you. I'm so glad I got to meet you. I appreciate you so much. I'm so glad. And so I was just repeating him. I'm like, just say, it's so nice to meet you. It's so nice to meet you. Did I hear the motorcycle? I was like, it's so nice to meet you. So I'm sitting there, and my heart is, even now, like my heart's beating super hard, just reliving this. And so, and also they're like, if you have props, make sure your props are ready. Turn on your lightsabers. Do this and this and this. I had no props. I was the prop, And so I, turn around, walk around the corner, and everyone starts moving super quickly. And I was like, wait, I'm not, because like people went in groups, right? I went alone. So like there'd be 4 people in front of me, and then all 4 of them would go because they're in a group together. And so then like the line would go whoop, And so I had no time to process fucking anything. But the one thing I did notice was when I first walked into the curtain room, people were walking up to him, and he was shaking their hands. And I was like, I thought we were not allowed to do that. But every single person, they would walk up to him, and he would smile, and he shook their hand, and they'd take a picture with him, and like he was shaking everybody's hand. So then I'm in this line, I'm like 4 people away from him, and so I'm just staring at him like this. Like I can't process that he's real. Like he was right there. Like he was right there, And then like people like were shaking his hand, shaking his hand. And I was like, I didn't know we were allowed to do that. And there was two people in front of me. Both of them had lightsabers and they were like, a group. So they walk up to him and they're like, oh, here, can you hold this lightsaber? Oh, okay. So they're like taking their time, like, preparing the picture. And so in my head, I'm like, okay, I was like, do I shake his hand? And I was like, oh my God, we didn't think about this. Do I shake his hand? And I was like, I'm a woman. Do I shake his hand? I'm like, that's a stupid thing. You shake so many people's hands. It doesn't matter if you're a woman. I'm like, okay, yes, true. Do I shake his hand? But they said no shaky hands. So do I shaky hands? Do I shake hands? Oh my God, are my hands slimy? Are my hands slimy? I was like, what if my hands are slimy? And I need you to think how fast my brain is processing this while these two people in front of me are taking the picture with him. And so then there's also a woman there going, okay, 1, 2, 3, next, 1, 2, 3, next, 1, 2. So like it's, so it's making me nervous thinking about it. So these people are getting a picture. And as they're still up there with him, the woman goes, okay, next. And so I take a step forward, but they're still with him. And so I'm like, I kind of like stop for a second and I look at her and she looks at me and she looks back at them and she goes, next. And I was like, so I like kind of stutter a little bit and then they walk off and he turns and looks at me and I was like, I just froze. I was like, and I kind of looked at the woman and I looked at him and I was like, I like kind of lifted my arm a little bit, but then I was like, like, have y'all seen the TikTok audio where it just like, there's like a loud crash and then it goes, ee, like tinnitus? Have y'all seen that? Have you heard that TikTok audio? That is what was going through my head. When he locked eyes with me was the crash. And then after that was just, nothing. So he looked at me and I'm so glad because he immediately knew I didn't know what the fuck to do. He immediately. Were you holding on to that? Thank you for the 300 bits. No, hold on. Let me find the. Let me go to YouTube. TikTok crash audio E. Maybe not E. Maybe if I do ear ringing. No, it's just giving me tinnitus. I don't know. Anyway. So, I'm standing there and I'm like panicked and he kind of looks at me and then realizes I'm like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And so he kind of leans over and holds his hand out. And I walk through and this is when I shook his hand and I was going to go, it's so nice to meet you. But then my brain was like, say it's so nice to meet you and also say that you appreciate him so much. And then also, and this is what came out. Ready? Luckily, I had my head down as I was like kind of getting ready to take the picture. This is what came out. It's almost a minute. I didn't speak fucking English. I literally went. Like if I could punch myself in the face, I would. I don't know. I was so scared, dude. Wait, it's not a Call of Duty flashbang. Oh, it may be. Hold on. I thought it was like a crash noise and then the E. Call of Duty. Ear ringing sound effect. Wait, is this it? It is. Wait, I think it is. Hold on. No, that's not it. Anyway, so yeah, my dumbass went, and this is what, because this poor man, he like leaned down to hear what I'm saying, and he was saying something. I couldn't tell you what he said. Couldn't tell you. All I heard was, ee! I was so fucking scared. So, but the thing is, I think he could tell, I think he could tell because I put my arm around him and then he put his arm around me. And usually, here's what I'm used to, okay? I'm used to taking pictures with people where you like lightly, even with family, you lightly put your hand on them and you stand up normal and you just, there's like a little gap or a gap of respect, And so I was getting ready just to kind of like do that. And he puts his hand here and pulls me in. And so I was like, and then the E was like, E, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so I start panicking because I also remember what I said about the right. It was at the right side. And the thing is, I don't know, I can pose like this with my left side. I can't pose like this on my right side, right? And so I was like, what the fuck but the thing is, I don't know. I don't remember looking at the camera. I don't remember the camera. I don't remember who was by the camera. I remember I blacked out. All I could feel was the fact that I was holding on to him and he had like a hold on me, actual hold. I could feel his hand on my arm and that's all I could think about. That's all I was thinking about. So Hayden Christensen picked Dudley. He did. That's what I'm saying. So anyway, so they're like, okay, and so here's the thing, right? So they took the picture and I don't know what came over me. So fun fact, I am a Libra. Happy Libra season. And I'm a Libra. And I also have a secret weapon. I don't try to use it. Sometimes it just happens. But sometimes I do this thing with my eyes. I don't know what the look is, but like I people I've dated in the past, they're like, oh, your eyes and blah, 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 blah. I do this thing. And so I may have accidentally done it. But so I gave him a look, but the thing is I didn't mean to, cause like, so he took the picture and my subconscious was like, just fucking tell him thank you. And so I turn and I look at him and I don't know the way I did it. He leaned down and like his face was so close to mine. Like he like leaned down and I just said thank you. But like I really hope too that it like he knows that I didn't just say thank you for the photo, but that thank you meant like thank you for everything kind of thing. But the way I said it, he looked at him like, no, it was like doe eyes, I guess. I don't know if you've ever heard of the term doe eyes, but I just gave him a look and I was like, thank you. And he said something. Again, I don't know what the fuck he said. It's but he said something as I was walking away and I turned back around and he like kind of looked at me and I was like, oh, I'm going. And then whoop, I left. I also just want to say too, he has the best voice I have ever heard in my entire life. It is one thing listening to him like on, the movies and then also in interviews, but in person, I would have folded like a lawn chair. Like I had to go sit down. But anyway, so like I left, walked out, went and got my photo. And when the lady put it on the table, she's like, oh, this one came out so cute. And I was like, thanks. And so I picked it up and I was like, oh, it actually didn't turn out as bad as I thought it would. But then I had to fucking double chin. Couldn't make out any of it. Nope. I remember exactly what it sounded like. I couldn't speak English. I couldn't understand English. But anyway. But yeah, so I was just looking at the picture and then I texted Nate and I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And Nate's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I was like, what? And he's like, I just met Tommy Wiseau. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, I just met Tommy Wiseau. And I was like, how the fuck? And he's like, yeah, he's here. And I was like, okay, well, I just met Hayden Christensen. So, and he's like, oh, that's cool. I just met Tommy Wiseau. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, okay. He's like, where are you? I was like, I'm just going to sit down for a second. I had to sit down because I was shaking so hard. She was like, he's just a dude. I know. could have got, but the thing is Nate wasn't freaking out about it in the way that I was freaking out about meeting Hayden. You know, he was just freaking out and being like, this guy's so funny, like I can't believe he's here. And I was like, oh my god, this guy's incredible, he's so special to me. You know. So I sat down. I don't know if I uploaded this. My hand was shaking so bad. Hold on. Oh, it's not gonna show up. Hold on. I tried. I didn't film it for that long, but like I was shaking, and I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Oh my god, I was like, I'm such a fucking idiot. All I could think. Why couldn't I speak English? Why couldn't I just say it's so nice to meet you? But in my defense, it's because they were like, no handshakes, no hugs, no this, no that, blah, 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 you know? And so then I started overthinking it because it's fucking me, and I overthink everything. And if he was the one who was like, I don't want to shake anybody's hands, like, I don't want to hug anybody, then I was like, I didn't want to overstep his boundary. But I think it was just like the workers. Like I said, reading an existential crisis through Discord wasn't making me laugh, but it was worth it. Yeah. It did help to have an outlet, so thank y'all for putting up with me. Yeah, he was really nice. But it was because I obviously didn't talk to him that much, but just like the way he was, like his demeanor around people, he was just really nice, and he was very kind, and he has very kind eyes, and he's just, panic mixed with starstruck mixed with inner child screaming. Exactly. Dude, 13-year-old me was like, and I was like, I know. And 31-year-old me was like, I'm sorry, I couldn't talk to him. And 13-year-old me is like, don't worry, I couldn't either. I'm like, yeah, all right. But anyway, I also too, I'm a little upset I didn't meet Ewan. I kind of, thinking about it, like I was like, damn, he's fucking here, and like I didn't get a ticket. So I think for sure in the future I would like to see if I could also meet him, because it's fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi, but anyway, so we did that. I went and met back up with Nate. He was showing me all like the little merch he got and the poster he got signed and stuff. He's like, this is crazy. And I'm like, yeah, and he goes, so like, do you want to walk around more? And I was like, no, I want to go home. And he's like, really? I was like, yeah, I want to go home. I was conked out. I used all of my energy, and we were, to be fair, we were there for like 2.5 hours beforehand, just like walking around Artist Alley and stuff. But Con, one of the lone gunmen from X-Files, knocked on my door by mistake, and also I didn't tell him my kung fu is better than yours. Maybe you'll get another chance one day. All the battery was used in the one moment. Yeah, and the battery failed because I couldn't speak English and tell him that, it was so nice to meet him. I have never, like, I stumble over my words all the time, right? I mean, it was stream. I can't, sometimes I just, This was the worst. I literally shut down, like, computer, Once our hands touched, my brain was like, ugh. Did we do it? And I'm like, you fucker. But anyway, I want to meet him again. Evasive, thank you for subscribing for 85 months. That's so long. Things have been very good, thank you. Because absolutely. I'll do it again. Next time, I think, if I can, depending on girl money, and credit card, because credit card can be girl money if you're responsible. I want to do autograph, maybe, because then I can sign something, and then he could write, oh my god. Sorry. 13-year-old me was like, make him say this. Autograph, and then I can get another picture, and then I'm gonna be like, can I give you a hug for this picture? The meetups are gonna play out like the prequels. Well, hold on now. Hold on. What do you mean by that? What what do you mean by that? Because in the prequels, some people die. So that'd be cool if you could do both him and you and not take out the... Okay, Mighty Matt. Yeah, it would be cool. Meet and greet costs money, or is that included? Oh no, it costs money. I think just for the photo alone with him was $260, and then the ticket to the con was $56. So the ticket to the con was the cheap part. If I were to meet both of them at the same time, it was gonna be like $520. Compact when you met it. It was so empty. I was actually really surprised. Because when I've gone to Anime Expo, it was like jam packed, you know. You really did make bank. That's what I'm saying. Worth it though. The best 15 seconds of my life. Yeah, same. Comic-Con's usually pretty packed. Yeah. I think the only thing that helped was it wasn't San Diego Comic-Con. And also I went on a Sunday. Which Sunday's the last day and they close early. But I also get overstimulated. I'm very, very tired. But, I also, they had a giant inflatable Totoro that I took a picture of. I was like, Nate, can you take this picture of me? And he's like, yeah, sure. However, the one thing I'm pissed off. Look at this. Look at this. Ready? Where are my fucking ears? Where are my ears? My fucking hair covered my damn elf ear. You can see a tiny little peek of it. So pissed. So pissed. Oh, I have more pictures I want to upload to Instagram. Y'all see it on Instagram later. I was just being goofy the whole time I was there. I was trying to set up for You'll Get Your Revenge of the Sith line, but I think the Empire won the first movie. Oh. You know, we should rewatch Star Wars movies for fun, you know? Actually, I don't want to watch the first one again because when I watched it, I watched the first one in theaters semi-recently, like, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, and I hadn't seen it in a really long time. And as an adult, seeing it hit way different than as a teenager. Because, like, he was so little. He was just a little kid, you know? And all he had was his mom. And then these strange men showed up and they're going to teach him ways of the Force, which is fine. But, like, all he had is his mom. And he'd have nightmares about his mom. And then he'd, like, you know... I'm on Anakin's side. I'll fight, but listen, when he was like, you're either with me or you're against me, I'd be like, fuck everything else, I'm with you. Full ride or die. I'm gonna die, but you know, I'm with you, you know? Anyway. Why does it taste like watermelon? Weird. Anyway, this is a repost. It was really shit. Because the thing is, I keep all my TikToks. Thank you for telling me. I keep all my TikToks in a folder, and I always forget which ones I actually do. Like upload. Well, alright, I'll delete that one. And then, I will upload hold on. It was an accident. It was an accident. So yeah, I have upload TikToks. This one, okay, so delete this one. The Big Melons one I can delete. I know I did that one. And I did the Joker temperature one. Did I do the eagle? Where I dropped the eagle? I think I uploaded that one. Yes, okay. I don't think I've done... Did I do It's a Chode ship? I did do it. It's a Chode ship. Because people were like, oh, Kate thinks size matters. I'm like, it's just a fucking joke, my bro. And then Spider Daddy. Did I do Spyro shooting the head? Okay. I did the B one. I did the Spyro B one. Did I do... Oh, I did the one where Diva waves at me, right? And then I just did this one with Will. And didn't do that one. Didn't do that one. Didn't do that one. Didn't do that one. The one with pigtails where I talked to Thor. I did that one. Didn't do Astarian Whispering. Didn't do Batman Jump Scare. Didn't do that one yet. Oh, I did this one. This one did pretty good. It's so funny to me when TikToks I do with Thor do well. Because, listen. Thor... Usually cats that are popular on the internet are cats that look like they would be popular, you know? They're like really pretty, or they're like really dainty, or they're really goofy looking. Thor just looks like your generic cat. His personality, goofy as hell. But he looks wise, he is just a cat, you know? And so it's always so funny to me. It's always so funny to me when those TikToks do well, and I'm like, all right, this is, hold on, this is the TikTok I just pulled up real quick.
I dip my dick in the Wingstop Ranch. Like,
yeah, that one will go up in, all right, we have 5, do we have 25 TikToks left? I don't think I've uploaded these. So, what the fuck? Remember that in 100? Dude, it's good, right? Alright, so that wraps up LA Comic Con. So my psychologist. I know I talked about it in Discord, but we can talk about it on stream as well because I think it's funny. So, went over the week and got 4 ranch dips. Nice. Just cuz? Or like you got Wingstop and you got the ranch dips? Ow. My foot's cramping. Now I got the chicken too. Okay. Just imagine show up. Yeah, can I have 4 ranch cups? Like, oh, did you order from us? I'm gonna buy your ranch cups. And they're like, you know what? Fair enough. It's good. So I had the psychologist update. I guess it was 8 weeks ago I started Hayden? 8 weeks ago I started Stratera. But I think I almost hit 4 weeks. T-Dog, hello, thank you for subscribing for 83 months. So I started Stratera and I think I made it almost, I was like 2 days shy of 4 weeks, and then I stopped taking it because I was like, I don't feel good anymore. Ha 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 ha, you know? And I wrote down all of my side effects, positive and negative. Granted, there was only one positive, but, you know, I wrote down all the side effects. And then I was going to have the update with the psychologist through the computer on October 8th. And I was like, man, do I really have to? Could I just, like, not? Because, like, I don't want to do medicine anymore. I'm good. I'll just survive. I'm a survivor. You know, like, I'm just, you know. I don't want to do anymore. Because the thing is, remember when I... okay, how... the thing about me, right? Because I have had mental illness since I was 7, right? And then that just means like I had anxiety when I was 7, and then I developed OCD. But I've had anxiety since I was 7, you know, and that's, to me now, anxiety. Let's pretend I have a third arm. All right, say I was born with a third arm, and it's a little arm, and it sticks out to right here, you know, and it's just something I've had my whole life, so I'm used to it. You know, it's sometimes it's annoying because sometimes it gets in the way, but like I'm just used to it. I live with it and it's fine, right? Remember that. So anyway, when I was 15, I had depression. I got depression and started experimenting with self-harm and an eating disorder and, you know, a whole bunch of hubbub. Struggled with that. And when I was, I think 25, 26 is when the depression was officially like gone. I do deal with seasonal depression. Self-harm's not funny. I didn't say it was. So I deal with seasonal depression, but it's not due to chemical imbalance, I think, in a way. I think it's just like the sun going down makes me panicked and I feel like I don't have enough time, and you know, I think it's a Kate problem. And so anyway, so it's like not that big of a deal. Life's not as fun in the winter, you know. But anyway, so the way that I am is I'm very aware. That's what like my therapist and I talk about, is like how aware I am, and sometimes that's like bad, because it's like, oh, like I'm doing this thing and I know I shouldn't, but I'm doing it, you know, like, oh, I think this way and I know why I think this way, this is why I think this way. And also too, like just through like, you know, talking to y'all and stuff, like how I work through something. Like I think like recently we were talking about, because I used to hate myself. Like I hated myself. I hated everything about myself. And then it got to a point where I was like, okay, why do I hate myself? Like I started like self-reflecting and like, what is there, what can I do to make me not feel like this, you know? And so I started going to the gym. I started, you know, working on myself, and I started trying to enjoy things of myself. I started like not being as critical in front of the mirror, and like, you know, instead of going to the gym because I was like, I need to lose weight, I started going to the gym to be like, I want to get muscle, you know? Anyway, so just like I'm very aware of how my brain is, and if I'm starting to feel different or feel something funny or, you know, like whatever, I'm very aware of it. So the psychologist, we had to call, right? Which also too, I was going to swap out my headset, but then I was like, I'm going to turn on the camera and bro's going to see this. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're cat earsing it, you know? And so I was like, whatever. It's fine. So boot it up, and he pulls it up, and he's like, so how have you been? And I was like, oh, good. So I stopped taking the Stratera because I made it like 4 weeks in and I just wasn't feeling good. I was having pretty bad side effects. The good news is, like, you know, I didn't feel any anxiety, which was pretty cool. Does anyone know why it says ADHD in the tags? Oh, I'm sorry. Are you the psychologist? Are you the psychologist to come tell me again that, are you, hello? Anyway, so, but right when we started talking, he's like, oh, I like your ears. And I was like, thanks. Who the fuck? Did y'all hear that squeaking? No, that was someone outside my apartment. I don't know what they were doing. Anyway, So, and so, that was weird. I know. I don't know what they're doing, but anyway. So I start telling him, I'm like, yeah, so I didn't feel any anxiety, which was really cool because I've never really felt that. But I did feel this. And he's like, okay, so, oh my God, it's kind of funny. I thought it was, at this point, I thought it was funny. Cause like, anyway, so I'm going to tell you everything, right? So with Stratera, I had no anxiety. But I also had no appetite. I wasn't eating. I was getting migraines. I was exhausted constantly. I felt depressed. My ADHD paralysis was work. My sleeping ability went from 8 hours to needing 10 to 12 hours. My OCD was really bad because my OCD went from like, what if this happens? What if this happens? It went from that to this is Thor. No. Get down. No. No. Hello. Sorry, Thor's trying to climb on the table. And so my OCD went from like, oh, what if this happens to, hey, this is going to happen. This is going to happen. So it was not fun. I lost concept of time, which I kind of talked about. My heart felt tight. I was emotional constantly. I went from, I can't do anything. Because with ADHD, like say I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I need to do the dishes. With ADHD, the way that I work is like, okay, I need to do the dishes. Yeah, okay, let's go. Let's do this dish. Let's do the dishes. Yeah, let's go. Just get up. Kate, get up. Just get up. Why aren't you? We have to do the dishes. We have to do the dishes. Kate, let's just do the dishes. Oh my God, just get up. You're so fucking lazy. Just get to do the dishes. I can't physically bring myself up. On Stratera, I sat here and I was like, oh, I need to do the dishes. I don't want to. I can't. I don't want to. Like, it was just like a complete different, instead of feeling like I physically couldn't do it, it felt like I didn't want to, And then also, I had a raging craving for alcohol, which was really weird. I've never experienced that in my entire life. Like, there's been times where I'm like, oh, I'd have like a nice, glass of wine while, watching Game of Thrones. But it was weird because I'd be like, oh, I want to drink. And I was like, I don't like that. I've never felt that before. I was like, it was really weird because like I wanted to go to bars and I wanted to like get drinks and I was like, no. Oh my God. Here's Thor, everybody. Say hi. What are you doing? Okay. You have to sit, okay? You have to lay down right here and you have to sit. You can't go anywhere. Anyway. I feel bad for her. Why? Because Thor keeps jumping in my lap. Anyway, so told him all of this and I was like, so yeah, I just didn't want to do Stratera. And he goes, okay, so when you were on Stratera and you felt like depressed, and I was like, yeah, I never really felt that before. I mean, like I had in the past, but like, I haven't. And he's like, okay, so, cause yeah, like looking at your, the sheet that you filled out, cause you have to fill out a sheet of your mental health before the session. He's like, yeah, so before when you did this, when we met up the first time, your sheet said you were severely depressed. And now it just says like, it's just like, just depressed. And I was like, yeah, well, the first time I filled that out, it was my PMDD week because I have PMDD. So my brain was a little wonky at the time. And the thing is, what's so fucking annoying? Right? Maybe TMI. I started my period today, right? Whatever. Last week was PMDD week, right? But because I had so much shit going on, my brain was just like, you know what? I did have a moment where I was like, this is too stressful. We should, and I'm like, it lasted 10 minutes max, right? But I knew exactly what it was. I knew exactly where it was coming from. I looked at my pills and I was like, and then I ate an entire bag of chocolate and then I was fine, So anyway, but so filling out the sheet, I knew the questions about suicide, I knew that was going to be, but I was like, no, I haven't considered it, I haven't thought about it in the way that he's thinking, But then there was 3 questions, and I fucking knew it was going to register as depression. And it was, how are your eating habits? It was basically like, do you feel like you are overeating or undereating? And I was like, because yes, I undereat. Because I forget to eat. I forget because I'm doing stuff and I'm like, and oh, it's 7 p.m. and I haven't eaten. Oh shit. Oh God, I have to eat right now or I'm gonna die. You know, like it's just, I'm all over the place. I'm doing everything all the time. And so so I knew that if I clicked, no, my eating habits are fine. 1, I'd be lying. And then 2, it's just like, but if I clicked yes, like I do have a hard time eating, people with depression have a hard time eating. But I don't have depression. And then there was like another question where I was like, oh, do you have a hard time, staying asleep, falling asleep? And I was like, yeah, because I lay in bed and my brain's like, hey, where do you think cat food is made from? Like the dry cat food? How do you think they make it? We should look that up on YouTube right now. Actually, you know what we should do? We should listen to Lady Gaga. Yeah, we should listen to music. And then after that, we should listen to our workout playlist. So then our heart's like, while we're in bed. And then also, we should listen to classical music. Maybe that'll help us go to sleep. Oh, Thor's here. Let's play with Thor. Oh yeah, Thor. Okay, now I'm going to start maladaptive daydreaming about, this game and blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, oh, what's that? Numa, a, numa, a. And then it's 3 a.m. and I'm like, shit. And so then I go to sleep and then it's 7 a.m. Meow, 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 meow. That's what you do. Every day. Every day, Thor. Do you know that? I think the obvious is I don't know the brat dance. Are you good? Are you sleeping? Yeah, you were sleeping. Anyway, so when I asked if I sleep good, I said no. Which someone with depression also does not sleep good. But this is the reason I don't sleep. You proud of yourself? There's not a single thought. Not a single thought. Goodness. Goodness. But anyway, is it just yes, no? Yep. No, I can't elaborate. And the thing is, when I tried to elaborate through the computer, it's like he didn't listen. He didn't care. So, because remember, the last time, so when I saw him last time, he said I didn't have ADHD. He didn't think I had ADHD. He thought I was just majorly depressed. Which, the thing is like, when he first, he didn't, it's like I walked in, sat down, he looked at my chart and said, okay, so you just have major depression. And I was like, no, I don't. And I told him I have PMDD. Like, I used to deal with depression, but I'm good. Like, I don't have that anymore. I know what it feels like. I don't feel like that anymore. And everything I said, he just wouldn't listen to me. And so I kind of shut down. And oh goodness, were you seeping? Yeah. Was it a good seep? Yeah. Okay. Claws in my knee. Claws in my knee. Okay. Just chill. Anyway. What? Yeah. This shit is feeling like, yeah, it's like, the thing is, I have reasons for like everything, like my childhood, like oh, why were you depressed in your childhood? Because of this. And it's like, oh, no wonder you had depression. How did you, get out of depression? This. Okay, that's makes sense, And it's just like, how does your OCD work? This. Okay, yeah, that checks out. Anyway, so this, yesterday, so we were talking. He's like, oh yeah, your depression is just normal depression. However, your anxiety, is like, it's so high up on the list. And I was like, yeah, I mean, like I have anxiety. It's not something that I'm like actively really thinking of. And he's like, but it's just so high. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I've had it since I was 7, but it's just something I'm like used to. It's not something that I'm like trying to like seek to get rid of. And he's like, well, what we could do is like, we could, give you this medication and blah 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 blah. This medication though, it's like, the thing is like it's really low dose and it's going to take like 2 months for it to kick in. So instead, like during that, we can give you another medication while you're taking that medication, and this medication you have to be really careful because it's addictive and blah 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 blah. And so you'd only have to take this and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, I'm down to try the one that's going to take 2 months to kick in. I don't know if I want to do the one that's addictive, because like the thing is, I don't really have an addictive personality. I don't really care. The only thing I am addicted to is Dr. Pepper, but when I joke about like, being addicted to Dr. Pepper, I just like it. I'm not like, I know. I'm not like, when I have a Dr. Pepper, most of the time I don't even finish it. And I usually only have like 1 can a day. Yeah. Do you have Dr. Pepper? You have treats? But anyway, so we were talking about something, and then I brought up how in my family people have struggled with alcohol. And also too, in the past, I have brought up my mom and my dad. My dad's gone, but both diagnosed ADHD. Both of my brothers diagnosed and medicated. Also, my dad was medicated. But anyway, and so like ADHD, everyone in my family has ADHD, right? Remember that. So I tell him like, oh yeah, like my dad struggled with alcoholism and blah, 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 blah. Alcoholism runs in the family, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go. If you're gonna do that, you gotta go. So he's like, oh, well, if your addiction runs in your family, then you're gonna have to be really careful with these pills, because you could become addicted to it. And I'm like, so addiction can run in the family, but not ADHD. But anyway, so I was like, okay. I was like, well, I mean, I don't really feel like I need those pills. Like, I don't, like, I'm fine with waiting the 2 months. He's like, oh, but like, I just, like, I feel bad, like you even had to wait this long, like for this this appointment, and like you've had anxiety this bad the entire time. And I was like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I was so genuinely confused, because like I just have anxiety. Like it's the arm, I've had it since I was 7, and I told him, I was like, I've had this since I was 7. It's something, it's just life to me. Like, I don't. And he's like, well, can you function? And I was like, yes. I was like, yeah, like I can, some days, like, it's a little bit harder, like I may have anxiety about going to the grocery store, but I can still do it. Like, I've found ways to like help me, I guess. So like if I'm having really bad anxiety in Costco, I'll take my AirPods, put them in, play some BTS, and get my shopping done. Like that's why I said, like, I always, if there's a problem with me, I'm like, okay, how can we fix this? What's going to make you be able to do this? What can we do? And, I see it through. And so when he's like, oh, I feel so bad you had to wait. And I was like, why do you feel bad? I was like, I don't even feel bad. And I was like, I kept telling him, like, it's just life. Like, I'm not bothered by it. Like, if it just takes 2 months to kick in, like, it's just pills I'm taking. Like, I'm not going to be, I was so confused. And so we're, they don't think is, here's the thing. Ready? This is my favorite part of the whole thing. So he's like, okay, so would you be willing to try these medications? And he's like, you can try the one medication, blah blah blah, but would you be okay with trying it and with the anxiety? I was like, he's like, I'll just put it in the order for you, and like if you want to take it, then you can, but if you don't want to, like it's at least there if you want to, if you're having like a really bad day. And I was like, okay, sure, like yeah, you can put the order in, that's fine. And I was like, but also too, does this medication, is this anxiety medication, I was like, does this help with ADHD? And he's like, I don't think you have ADHD. I think you just have anxiety. I literally went like this. I was like, okay. And the thing is, what's so funny to me, right? Because when I was telling him my list of like this and this, so he was trying to twist it. Because when I was saying like, oh, my sleeping ability went from 8 hours to needing 10 to 12 hours. Like when I was on Stratera, I was exhausted fucking constantly. I was so tired. And when I slept, it wasn't enough. Like when sometimes you sleep and then you're like, I need another hour. It felt like that constantly. Um, and so when I told him like I needed a lot of sleep, he was like, okay, so like, did you have a hard time going to sleep? Did you have a hard time? And I was like, no. I was like, I needed more sleep. I was tired. I needed more sleep all the time. I just felt tired. Like it was hard to keep my eyes open. Um, like it wasn't like a I'm sad and I want to take a depression nap. It was like, man, it's time for bed. And so he's like, okay, so like when he brought up like, because he kept wanting me to say like it was hard for me to go to sleep, or like it's like the depression thing. But I was like, no, that's fine. um it was just, and I, because I brought up like I was emotional, blah blah blah, I lost the concept of time. He's like, yeah, he's like, these I haven't really heard of. Hold on. Anyway, he's like, yeah, these side effects I haven't really heard of. And I was like, oh, okay. And then also too, he had the audacity to be like, oh yeah, just even from like the last time of when you came in here, like you just seem, I don't remember what word he used, but he he basically said like I was a different person in the office in like July than I am now. And I wanted to be like, yeah, cuz I'm at home, in this is the most comfortable spot for me. And also too, last time I walked in, I was so excited to get diagnosed with ADHD. He looked at me and said, I don't think you have ADHD. I think you're just severely depressed. And then wouldn't listen to me. So now I went into this knowing he probably wasn't going to listen to me. I'm in the comfort of my own home, and I'm ready to I don't have any hopes to give up. I was just, it is what it is. And the thing is, like, I do have anxiety. But the thing is when I was on Stratera and I didn't have anxiety, that didn't fucking get rid of my ADHD, because my anxiety is just, this is okay. I would just hold on. I'm gonna set the scene. I want you to experience, which a lot of us have anxiety, but I want you to experience, this is what Kate's anxiety is. Ready? Let me find a nice. Where's matcha? I like the matcha song. Here we go. It may be too loud. My bad. Hold on. Ready? Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. And then I'm like, bitch, what's wrong? Something's wrong. So something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Okay. What's wrong? What's wrong? Tell me what's wrong. I don't know. Something's wrong. I don't know. Something's wrong. Okay, Kate, calm down. What's wrong? I don't know. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. And I'm like, okay. All right. Well, you're making me on edge. Now I'm on edge. Okay. I need to make sure my environment, I think, is safe, even though we're in public and someone could stab me or shoot me, because it's USA. Or someone's gonna come talk to me, or someone's gonna try to blah 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 blah. This is fine. Everything is fine. Fucking hell. As always connected to my health, and that's completely valid too. Like a lot of people have there's all different kinds of anxiety. Mine is just constant fear, you know? It's just constant fear. And it started when I was 7. It started just because of being afraid to throw up, you know? And it just kind of developed later on in life. But anyway, so the problem with anxiety is like something's wrong, or oh hey, we have to be on alert, we have to be super hyper aware, we have to, you know, where's the exit, Kate, where's the exit, we have to be aware, we have to be careful. And then like there's other like pieces of anxiety too where it's like I don't like having my back in the open where someone can come up behind me, because I've had in the past people, how do I word this? I feel like I've talked about this, but I don't know. I used to be suffocated where people would come up behind me and put bags over my head and hold it. So I don't like when people are behind me. I have tried to get better with it. I still don't really like it. I don't like when people grab my ankles, or if somebody tries to like scare me, like jump and like try to jump scare me. Don't really like it. And so like I have stuff like that I've experienced in life where it kind of added to the already have anxiety. And so yeah, but the thing is, the psychologist didn't bother to ask, didn't want to listen, you know. It was very much, I don't think you have ADHD, I think you have anxiety. Like, yeah, I can have both, mister. Like, I can have both. Because the thing is, my ADHD is maladaptive daydreaming. I do that shit 24/7. 24/7, constantly. And I'm talking, and then all of a sudden, there goes the conversation, which y'all have seen a million times. If someone's talking to me, I'm listening, and then you know, it happens all the time. It's really fucking annoying. And then, like, say I'm like trying to clean stuff, and I forget, and I do one thing, and I forget, and then I got to do this, and then I forget, and it's like I have so many things. And that's what's crazy too. Is the thing is, so many people go to the doctor for depression or anxiety, and then they're like, hey, you have ADHD. So tell me why this guy is so against diagnosing me with ADHD. Like, I don't understand. And what's crazy is the therapist that I spoke to, because I had to go through a whole process to get to the psychologist. The therapist I spoke to before him, she was like marking all this stuff and was like, yeah, you're going to have no problem getting diagnosed. And I was like, thank you. You know, this is my second time meeting with him. And I'm probably going to look into finding a woman, just because like telling from my experiences, telling a woman doctor I suffer with PMDD they understand it way more than me telling a man doctor I suffer with PMDD. I don't know if that's because like maybe the woman doctors experienced it, so they understand what it feels like, that it's not a real feeling and it's just your hormones being silly goofy. And I'm not saying, obviously we're not going to get into that male gynecologist thing again, you know, I know what happened last time. I'm just saying, from what I've experienced, I haven't had good experiences. You know, like I went to a doctor a long time ago to get help with anxiety, and he looked at me and was like, do you think you have schizophrenia? And I was like, what? And he's like, well, because, you know, leaving your house, and you shouldn't be feeling scared leaving your house, and, you know, if you feel like people are staring at you, then maybe, do you hear voices? And I was like, no, I don't hear voices. No, what? Like, I was so confused, and then immediately shut down. I was like, I want to go home. Like, you know, because it was so hard for me to make that appointment, because I think at that point I was experiencing like the worst agoraphobia in my entire life. I couldn't leave the house. It was I washed my clothes in the bathtub because I couldn't bring myself to go downstairs to the laundry room. Like I was suffering. It was really bad. Um and so reaching out to the doctor took everything in me. And to go in and be like, I think I'm really suffering with anxiety. Like I'm scared to leave the house. And he's like, so you're schizophrenic. Who is suffocating you? Was this some sort of kink? Yeah, have you heard of abuse? Mayhaps? Have you heard of people being, I don't know, abused and like being in a bad situation? What the fuck is with people today? Like, toodles. Like, I'm sorry. Have you not heard that not everybody has had a very good life? Have you heard that sometimes people are mean in people's lives? Mayhaps. Like, oh, Kate's so happy, smiley all the time. Nothing bad has ever happened to her. I fucking wish, man. But, you know, I went through shit, and here I am. So, and I talk about it because, like, other people may have gone through it too. And I don't want people to feel alone because I felt alone. I had police look at me, you know, a minor, sitting on the ground crying and being like, she's okay. So anyway, I don't know, man. It's because I have LA Comic Con in it. That's what it is. It's because I put LA Comic Con. But anyway, so yeah, I do potentially want to reach out to another dog. It's so bizarre to me. Like how, because he went from, oh, you don't have ADHD, you're depressed, and then being like, oh, so maybe you don't have depression. Well, it's the anxiety. You don't have ADHD, it's anxiety. Like, those are two different. That's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich versus a baked salmon with asparagus and rice. They're both meals, but they're two separate things, you know? But anyway, at this point, like, I'm down to try the anxiety meds. Like, I'm not, you know, against it. I don't know if I'm going to do the scary ones, but I'm down to try, you know, anxiety because it was cool not having anxiety. But been borderline on you. I'll try this with ADHD. No, that's it. But dude, I guarantee you, I guarantee you that would be next. If I say I start taking these anxiety medications and it gets rid of my anxiety, but I still am like, bing, 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 I'm blue, da boo dee da boo da, you know, like I'm still. And then I go back and be like, yeah, I no anxiety, but I still feel like I'm losing my marbles, you know? Like, well, maybe you have bipolar. Like, no, I don't. But yeah, I mean, I've talked about, like, in the past too, like, you know, doctors, you have to find the right doctor for you. You have to find the right therapist for you. You have to, you know, find the right gym for you. This was just like, I was kind of hoping that, you know, the first time maybe it was just like a little amiss, but the fact that this happened a second time is just kind of like, okay, you know. Can go down the list. They're like, yeah, wait. Dude, I guarantee you, they would just at the end of it just tell me that I was fine. I guarantee you. It's so funny. But anyway, I'm gonna contact my insurance and be like, do you have a psychologist who's a woman, mayhaps? The only thing is, because of my insurance, I do not know, because my insurance is in Southern California. It was a psychologist. That's who they said I had to go to. Was because I had to fill out a form, and then I had to talk to a therapist, and then I had to pee in a cup, and then I had to talk to a psychologist. So, teehee. But anyway, I don't want y'all to be like, oh no, poor, like I'm fine. I think it was funny at this point. The first time it sucked. The first time it fucked with me because I was like, he thinks I have depression. What if I do have depression? What if I gaslit myself into thinking I don't have depression? What if I have depression? You know? But at this point, like, so much time has passed. I tried Stratera, didn't work for me. And at this point, like, I'm like, I really don't feel like I have depression. I know I struggle in the winter, but, like, I don't. Sounds fucking infuriating. Honestly, it's America. I'm used to it. It's annoying, but it's just kind of like, all right. Because also, too, at this point, like, I've had this my whole life. I've had anxiety my whole life. I've had ADHD my whole life. I've had OCD basically my whole life. It's all I know. It's psychiatrists are trained in both medicine, mental health, and psychologists focus on mental health. Oh. I thought it was a psychologist. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a psychiatrist. I could have sworn it was a psychologist. But can't comprehend not having anxiety. Yeah, to me, it's just, that's what was so crazy when I was on Stratera. I didn't feel anxiety. And I was like, but the thing is, this is what's so crazy, right? It wasn't, to me, it wasn't like, oh my God, wow, this is such a life-changing thing. It was just, I was like, one day, I was just kind of like, weird. The fear is gone. Cool. And then it was like, oh, you know, like, I need to go to the grocery store. Yeah. I'm not afraid. Cool. It wasn't like, you know, it wasn't, I wasn't, you know, because I've seen so many people on the internet be like, I started taking ADHD medication and it was so different. Like, I started crying. Like, it was just so blah, 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 blah. Like, it wasn't like that for me. It was just kind of like, I was like, oh shit. Cool. You know? Just because I'm so used to having anxiety. Like, it's just life. It's like having a third arm. You're born with it. You don't know any better. And then other people look at you and they're like, oh my God, that must be so hard. That must be so hard. And you're like, what do you mean? You know, because it's just how life is for you. It's also too, like, me with my, like, OCD, washing my hands all the time. I don't think twice about it. Like, I do what I gotta do. And then people are like, you know, I'll be making dinner and it's like, oh, did this? Oh, gotta wash my hands. Oh, I did this. Oh, I gotta wash my hands. Oh, I didn't do that right. Gotta wash my hands again. Oh, that's the door. Oh my God, it scared the shit out of me. Oh, I thought someone tried to open my door. Oh my God. Anyway. So, you've adapted. Yeah, it's just, it is what it is. Like, I don't feel like I'm suffering. I feel like I'm suffering with ADHD. But for the most part, I've kind of, like, sorted through it, you know? It's not like it's the end of the world kind of thing. I've just dealt. You just sitting? I shouldn't have said that. He's going to come over here now. But anyway. A better doctor. Yeah. I haven't called because I also have to I still have to call the physical therapy for my finger. Stratera, but my result is so much more effective. It's similar to Concerta. I just didn't feel like Stratera did anything for ADHD. I felt like it helped anxiety. Also, too, I brought up nortriptyline, right? Because I take nortriptyline for my migraines, and it's technically an antidepressant. I'm on such a low dose, all right? So I'm on, I think, 20, which is a very low dose. Most people are on, like, 80. So I brought up that I was like, I worked my way up, but then it was like too much. So we brought it down a little bit, but then it was like, I got really depressed. And so then we dropped it down a little bit more and then I was fine. And he goes, oh, so, yeah, so, you know, nortriptyline also helps ADHD. I looked it up and I was like, well, it doesn't help mine. Like, I didn't. I looked it up too when my doctor was like, oh, like this is gonna help your migraines. I looked up, does nortriptyline help ADHD? And there was like maybe 2 websites. It was like, yeah, it could help. But I'm on. This is why I don't think I'm not on nortriptyline for antidepressants. I'm on them for my migraines. You know, I'm on them for my migraines. It made me depressed when I was on too much of it, because it was having like the opposite effect, you know. But I'm on such a low dose. I looked it up, bro. I know no one expects to do everything off the top of my head, but I'm not saying it out loud. I know. It's like I look stuff up too, you know. But anyway, it is what it is. I will say though, I do think, because it's October 9th right now, right? So far, the seasonal depression hasn't got me. So far, we're doing okay. So I don't know. That may be the nortriptyline. It may just be coot. I don't know. I do know that the sun setting earlier is kind of fucking with me. Because it's starting to set like at 6 p.m., right? Which is like normal time. But the problem is, like, now, like, the sun will set, and then like an hour and a half later, my brain's like, bedtime. And I'm like, we still have to stay up to take our birth control. Like, it's not even 8 o'clock, bro. And my brain's like, but I want to go to bed. And I'm like, no, we gotta stay up a little bit later. And my brain's like, fine. So then we stay up until like 11, 12. We get in bed, and then my brain's like, I want to stay up. And I'm like, what? And my brain's like, yeah, I want to stay up. We're going to listen to music. We're going to scroll on TikTok. Boop, 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 boop. I'm blue, da booty. I'm like, no. And so it gets really bad. It's seasonal depression time. And so it's really fucking annoying. I don't know why it does that. Set those daylight. Not yet. I think I have one. I don't know where I put them. I have to find them. What? He's just staring at me. Imagine being at school so much since 7 a.m. This is like the end of the world. Yep. But, ow, fuck. Oh, my finger. Oh my god. I probably should ice it, huh? I painted my nails when I met Hayden. Also, can I just say, look how nice my nails look. Look how strong. Because I haven't gone. Dude, I'm telling you, every time I go get a manicure, my nails become super brittle and break. I haven't gotten a manicure in fucking forever. And they're healthy and they're strong. Don't ask about my pedicure though. Don't ask. It's been a while. Must be that's the thing. I don't know. I have no idea like what it could possibly be. Cause like it's like every single time. But like I don't know if you can see like the growth. Like it's just super strong. So you're happy if you paint them yourself? Yeah, apparently. I don't know. Take Motrin for your finger. I do have Motrin. That's what the hospital gave me. Not the hospital. Urgent care. It just feels weird to take Motrin because of my finger, you know? I know it's part of your livelihood, but you ever get a chance just to unplug for like a week or so? I tried to. You don't bite them with it. No. I have never bit my fingers. I have never, ever, 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 ever bit my fingers. Do you know how dirty those are? Not mine, but like just in like fingernails. You're telling this someone who has OCD and a cleanliness like that's so I can't stand watching people bite their fingernails. Oh, I'm thinking about it. I don't want to think about it. What were we talking about? Something else? Oh, getting a chance to unplug. So this last week, I haven't been streaming quite as much because I had, what did I have? I had the eye doctor, and then I had something else, and then I had something else, and then I saw Hayden, and then I used to, and it took years to break the habit. Sorry, I can't help it. No, it's not, I mean, it's not y'all's fault. I just, for me, because I have the contamination COVID shot. Oh, the COVID shot. Hell yeah. We're all good now, though. I don't know where the... Tee. How many did you say you've had? I can look. I think it was my... 7th? I don't know. I can probably count. Get a booster in my minute. Don't worry. That's why I get the booster. I also, too, I'm a little... I said I was going to wear a mask at the Comic-Con, and I ended up not because of the ears. But also, there wasn't as much people until I was in that line, and then I was like, oh, God. So, we're hoping. Like a pincushion gonna be... Hell yeah. I mean, it's, you know, to prevent spreading, and then also
They're
to...
shorter than I expected.
That scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank you for the bits. 6. October 3rd, November 28th, 2023, October 10th, 2022, December 10th, 2021, May 6th, 2021, April 15th, 2021. Could have sworn it was 7. Anyway. I've only gotten 3 and meaning to see if I can get another. I mean, it's good to keep you protected, you know? Because last year when I got COVID, I hadn't had a shot. I didn't get one for like that year. And so I think that's why I was sick for 11 days, because I didn't have a booster. God, that sucked. Ugh, because it wasn't like I was sick for 3 days and then for the rest I kept testing positive. I was sick for 11 days. And it wasn't, the thing is I've had the flu. Like, I've gotten the flu with no flu shot. Like, I've gotten the flu. And the flu felt worse, but COVID felt just as bad, and I was sick. And not just as bad. It wasn't as bad, and I think it's because I've gotten so many shots. But it still sucked, and it was for 11 days. Because when I had the flu, I think I was sick for like 3 days. But yeah, don't fuck around with COVID. If you want to get the shot, you know, do it. But if you can't, you know, that's why us others are getting this shot. And also, you just protect yourself, you know. But anyway, slight dilemma. I keep forgetting. Yeah, that's the thing is when I made the appointment to get my hand looked at, because I called and I asked, like, oh, I need to get the appointment. And I was like, can I also get my COVID shot? Because I knew I wasn't going to do it unless I could do it while I was there. But apparently, like, there's a lot of walk-in places. I'm the lucky ones who hasn't caught it yet. Stay that way. Stay that way. Because it sucked. It sucked. I think, like, the sore throat sucked, but the coughing... Because you would cough, and then you'd have no air in your lungs, and you'd have to cough more, but you had no air in your lungs, and so you would just start suffocating. Seguin, thank you for the. Was it 25? Yeah, 25. Thank you for the 25 gifted subs. That came out of subathon. Birthday subathon. At 3 hours. Oh, God. Thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Thank you. Damn, we're Twitch. I know. I feel like I have cat hair on me. So dilemma. You having better? Nope. It has felt a little bit better, but I was trying to put on mascara today and I couldn't open the tube. Cause if I pinch something, it just hurts. This is where it hurts. Is in here. And this is literally what happens every single time. I tell the doctor, it hurts in here. And they're like, okay, so does it hurt up here? And I'm like, no. Okay, so does it hurt when I do this? And I'm like, no. It hurts if I grab something. Okay, can you make a fist? I'm like, yes, I can make a fist. But if you ask me, like, obviously I can, basketball this. But doing like this, okay, that one didn't hurt. If it was smaller, it would hurt. And so that's why I always try to say it's like it's in here, but they don't. Some time ago, wasn't it? Yeah, it was August 26th. It's literally right here. There's a ball right here. I can feel it. But the thing is, I also feel it on this side. So it's not like, oh my God. But the thing is, no doctor would put their finger in my finger. Okay, it hurt when I did that. I probably shouldn't have done that. Anyway, so dilemma. I really wanted to play Zelda today. Bone is inflamed. I don't know. But would it still be? Because it was like it's a severe sprain. I guess there's 0 chance. I know. I really want to talk about Hayden Christensen because, like, it's so cool. And, like, I wish I could just hang out with him and just tell him how cool he is and, like, just sing him his praises, and be like, I'll make you a cupcake. You like cupcakes? I'm really good at making cupcakes. No, don't shrimp me. Maybe a little shrimp, but, just want him to know that I appreciate him, It's Hayden Christensen. And then I can also be like, listen, Hayden, we need to talk about something. I love you in all your movies except one. We need to discuss it. He'd be like, which one? I'd be like, listen, Hayden, why? Do you know which movie I'm talking about? Have y'all seen the movie? I might give y'all some work to do after stream. It's called Little Italy. Yep. Lewis got it. I need if you haven't seen it, I need you to watch it. Listen, I love him. Watch it be that. No, it's not. No, absolutely not. I need you to watch it. It's got Kate's arch nemesis. It does. And the worst part is the romantic. Like, honestly, but I might revisit it. I watched it in like 2022. These smooches are. Yeah. Ugh. Watch, like, somehow one day she and I become friends and, like, it's on Amazon. Listen, if you just go into it for the humor. All right, listen, it's bad. When I watched it, I was cackling. Like, not like, but just like cackling. Because the thing is, I love him so much. The thing is I love him. Okay, listen. They had him do an accent. Listen. I need you to watch it. It's not his fault. All right, it's not his fault. He had a job. He had to do his job. You know, he did his best with what he was given. I'm sure the director, I'm sure he walked in and, like, you know, was doing a great job, and then the director was like, "Hey, try doing a little bit more, you know, New York-ish. Try to sound more Italian." And he's probably like, "Fuck me, okay." Um it it's it's rough. I can't bring myself to watch it. I don't even know how I watched it in the first place. Like, there was one movie I watched that I thought he did really good in. I think it was like an action movie. I mean, granted, a lot of the stuff I think he does is very good. And don't you dare put the shrimp. So there's one where he's like, I don't remember what it's called, but he's like a dad, and then the kid gets kidnapped or something, and then he goes after like the kid or from what I remember, I think. I thought that one was really good.
I want more. And I know I shouldn't.
Where are you finding these? Thank you for the 300 bits, Wild Turkey. Anyway, I'm just gonna, oh, sorry. Keep punching the microphone. I made that one? Oh, of course you did. Let's see. Hayden Christensen movies. Star Wars, Jumper, Shattered Glass, Star Wars, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Star Wars, The Last Man. What is this? Kurt, combat veteran with PTSD and hallucinations, fortifies his home and builds a secret underground shelter due to doomsday-like weather changes. He gets a security job to pay for it and his boss's cute daughter for company. Who were you in this, Hayden? Who were you? Who were you? No, he was the main person. Oh, no. I'm gonna watch every single Hayden Christensen movie ever. There's Little Italy. Oh, no. Oh. I could have sworn, didn't he do a movie? He did a movie where there was like a kid and he was the dad, and then he was Takers? Was it this? I don't recognize what any of this is. I need to be bonked. I need to be... No, Takers is 2010. This was more recent. Thank you. I could have sworn... Is it this one? First Kill? Yeah, this is it. This was it. Wait, he had a... Was it a son? I thought it was a daughter. An attempt to reconnect with his son, Danny. It was a son. Successful Wall Street broker Will takes his family on vacation to the cabin where he grew up. While Will and Danny are hunting, their trip takes a deadly turn when they witness the murder of a crooked police officer, and a bank robbery goes awry. When Danny is taken hostage by the criminals, Will is forced to help them evade police chief investigating murder and recover their stolen money in exchange for his son's life. He's so fine. Try to look for a channel point sound for bonked. Forgot you. Yeah. Well, it's just people were, you know. That it was called. It was First Kill. I thought it was good. I'm reading about him on his IMDb. Let's see what he grew up in Canada. He has siblings? Oh. Pigeon Force, thank you for subscribing with your Twitch Prime for 69 months. Thank you for subscribing. Oh my god, I skipped ahead. I should not have skipped ahead. What the fuck? I skipped through this sentence and it said all I read was Hayden showed off his talent as a teen who was sexually molested by his stepmother. And I was like, why is that on his IMDb? And then it says his biggest break was a major part in a Fox Family Network's Higher Ground. On the series, Hayden showed his acting talent as a teen who blah 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 blah. Even still, why is that on your IMDb? That's wild. That's a weird yeah, sorry. On May 12th, 2000, it was announced that Christensen would star as Anakin Skywalker in the prequels. Hell yeah. The star was chosen by director George Lucas because he felt Hayden had raw talent and good chemistry with I don't want to read anymore. I don't want to read anymore. Anyway. So I guess I dressed up in Zelda stuff for no reason. Oh. No, it was just Natalie Portman. How can you compete with Natalie Portman? Anyway. I was only 13, but now I'm an adult. So we've come to a dilemma. Because I wanted to play Zelda. But also, it's 4:13. And I am also out of Dungeon Diary videos. And I am going to do one about LA Comic Con. Yeah, today, because today is a mini chunk day, so I can film dungeon videos. But I want to play Zelda. I want to play Zelda. I also, too, when I do dungeon videos, I like doing them in bulk. You know? And, like, I've done things, you know, I got my eyes done. Psychologist. The only problem is, like, when I talk about, like, doctor stuff, even my car. I was reading the comments about my car, and so many people were like, you could have just fixed up your car for cheaper. Like, no fucking shit, Sherlock. You think I didn't consider that? But then it was like, maybe I need to get a new car because I've had the same car. It's a 2010 car. Maybe I should, you know, maybe I should just get a new car, you know? And it was something that I am able to do at this point in life, you know? So, like, and I still love my car. My car is great. Ella is still sitting in the garage, which is kind of sad. But I have no regrets getting the new car. And it was just so weird. And, like, I was talking to Nate, and I was like, dude, how do I get more women to watch my YouTube videos? Because I don't feel like they're going to comment about stuff like that, you know? Talking to who? You. Did I say N-Bird? Or Nate? Did I say Nate Bird? I did buy a Toyota. Which also, now I can say I have a Star Wars car. It's always funny it came out. Oh. Yeah. But, it's just... I'm like, do I need to do, like, a makeup review story? I could. I can go to Ulta today. Don't really know what I would get. You know what I do need to get? You know what? That would be cool. We just going to do like do your story times and get ready with me at the same time. I have done a get ready with me once. And it got a lot of views on Piddle-ass, and I didn't know why. And then I realized it's because I'm in a tank top. But it's Dungeon Diaries. What would I title the video? Get ready with me. Maybe. We're still technically in the dungeon. TikTok's a bit... Well, I think it's... Ooh, actually. Can you see? Your, analytics on TikTok? I've never looked at my analytics before. Wait, TikTok Studio? Analytics! Wait, oh my god. There's other thing to add movement is sorry kids they make up they're doing the title. I don't know. I don't know either. View all analytics. Viewers. Gender. Fuck. I'm gonna kill myself. In video games. In Overwatch 2. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? No, actually, it's not that bad. YouTube, it's like 99% men. So male is 72% and female is 28%. One video was 100% men. Stop. Honestly, it's not that. I know, it could be worse. It could be worse. The age group, 18 to 24 is 50%. 25 to 34 is 40%. So I got the youngins watching. Gotta have... Okay, bye. Oh, that's the last 7 days. Wait, what's the last... 60 days. The last 60 days, 65% male, 35% female. Let's do the last year. The last year. 67% male, 33% female. That's not that bad. Eh? That's not that bad. A total viewers 7.3 million. That's pretty good. It's sad that male viewers are a problem saying this is a man. It's not. I mean, when I think... I don't see it as like a bad thing necessarily. I think that from what I've experienced, it just makes things a little less fun. Because like if I bring up Star Wars, then it's, do you actually watch Star Wars or do you just do it just to say that you do it? You know, it's like, oh, do you actually play this game, or do you just like, oh, I bet you like Animal Crossing, and I bet you like Stardew Valley, and I like, you don't like real games, you don't like Call of Duty, you don't like blah 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 blah. You know, like there's always like a catch. And like, you know, it's not saying like, but it's also too like, I need you to think I have been doing internet stuff since I was 18, and I'm about to be 32. And this entire time my demographic has mostly always been men, which is fine, but I've also been harassed constantly. I've been harassed constantly. I've been made fun of, which it also could be, you know, it could also happen with women as well. Women can also be very mean too. I'm not saying that's not possible, but I have had like, I've had a crumb of like, you know, women viewers, and they're always so nice, you know? So nice and so supportive and stuff. And I'm not saying that men aren't. A lot of y'all are here, you're chill, we're hanging out, you know. But it's also too, it just, you know, sometimes it's just fun having girlies, you know, girly pops. It's okay, it's fine. Damn, I really want to know, actually, wait, ooh, if I can look at the analytics, I want to see what the best time to upload, because I've been uploading TikToks when I wake up. Like, the first thing I do when I wake up is I upload, like, a TikTok. Can I see what time is the best? Monetization? I can make a penny? It doesn't tell me. Oh, traffic source, the For You page is 94.6%. What the fuck? What is this? Search queries? These are search queries from viewers that led them to your post. Twitch stream itchy armpit. I don't think this is why I don't look at my analytics. This is why I don't look at my analytics. What the hell? Ugh. Oh. We hit the time limit. When did we ever talk? I don't know, man. I make my tags like Twitch streamer, usually. So that's probably just in there somehow. Gonna need another Yeah. Yeah. Usually, because Nate has access to my, the dungeon channel, so he likes looking at the analytics. So he'll text me and be like, hey, the video is a 1 out of 10 today. I'm like, cool. What does that mean? He's like, that means like it performed really good. And I'm like, hooray. You know, I just don't look at, I've never have really looked at analytics because it stresses me out. I just want to upload to YouTube and have fun and to yap. It's like a video diary where I just yap. Also, someone else was like, they commented, I don't know if y'all saw the comments, but someone commented and was like, this is just piddle ass. Like, this is just piddle ass videos. And I'm like, hold on, let me go get piddle ass real quick for you. Let me get piddle ass for 1 second. Just don't go anywhere. I'm gonna go get piddle ass for you. Hey guys, it's me, piddle ass. Is kaitlinwitcher piddle ass? Oh no, hold on. I'm piddle ass. Let me go get kaitlinwitcher for you real quick. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. Hey guys, it's me, kaitlinwitcher. How can I help you today? At least I didn't call you Boxy. I don't mind being called Boxy. I had liked Boxy. You miss piddle ass? Damn it. She's my favorite YouTuber. She quit YouTube though. Now she goes on Dungeon Diaries. A special effect, you're crazy. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I am kind of tempted to do... Wait, what if I started the video like, hey girlies. Ew. Listen, I have tried to explain this. I want it, my whole life I've always wanted to be one of those girls where it's like, I don't know, very feminine, very like dainty, very girly, very womanly. I'm not. Like, when I got in relationships, have y'all seen the memes where it's like, oh, I can't call my boyfriend a babe or anything, I just call him bruh. I'll never forget someone I was dating, they're like, do you want to have pet names for each other? And I was like, I like pet names. I don't like saying pet names. Because, like, I could never imagine me being like, hey, baby, do you want to go get dinner? I'm like, it's like, sup, bitch? Like, I did work on it, though. Because I was like, I can't do that. I can't do that all the time. Have you ever compared stats to Jules or Rin? Maybe there's all men, too. To Jewel? Well, Jewel doesn't, like, stream. And Rin's audience, I don't really know what hers would be. Because her entire audience, I feel like, is all kinds. you know. Here, I barely able to wear my headset because I got stitches on my head. Well, don't wear the headset. Just turn your headset all the way up. And set it in your lap. I've never been one for pet names. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel right. Right? That's what I'm saying. I think it's because I grew up. My parents didn't call each other pet names. At least not in front of me and my brothers. And so, to me, it was always just so weird. Like, I always wanted to be called, like, cute pet names. But I could never call someone a pet name. It just felt weird. It's not that loud. I'm just wearing it further back on my head. Doesn't feel like any... Okay, good. Well, it's also, too, we're about to... I had someone ask me to call them Pumpkin. Oh, no. I feel like Pumpkin only works if you're Southern and you call them Pumpkin. You know, you have an in. I did. Wasn't proud of it, but I did it. I'm proud of you. You did well. It's hard. That's okay. What, tortellini? Tortellini? I think Babe is the closest I've gotten using a pet name. Yeah. I've gotten called some weird pet names in the past. It's a pet name? Oh, because of Go sit down. Go sit down. Face the corner. Think about what you've done. I don't want to hear the worst pet name I've ever been called. I later found out it means father in another language. And I was really confused because like I was dating them and they randomly were like, "Can I call Poppy?" No. Poppy. Oh God, no. They called me Baba. Like Baba. And I remember them saying, "Can I call you this?" And I was like, if you want to. I was so confused. It's also too like Baba. It's like, oh yeah, that's like a baby wanting their bottle, right? You want your Baba? Here you go. And so that was the weirdest pet name ever. I also too, oh my God, there was one time. Wait a minute, wise old man? That's so, I know, right? Okay, I'm so glad y'all are, what's the term? Solidifying? Assuring me? It's honestly weird as fuck. Okay, it's not just me. Validating. You're validating me, thank you. And then there's another time too, oh my God, I'll never forget this. So I started seeing a guy, and he was calling me Boo, which was like, you know, it was like, okay, whatever, like, I kind of used to it, like, I haven't been called that before, but at least it's better than Baba, you know? And then, like, 2 days later, like, as we started seeing each other casually, you know, ish, I found a letter that he wrote his ex-girlfriend or something. And he put, like, at the end of it was heart boo. Or, like, at the top it was, like, boo. And at this, your boo or something. And so I saw that and I was like, I have the same pet name as your ex-girlfriend that you broke up with, like, 2 weeks ago. And he's like, I've never called anyone at that. I've only ever called you that. And I'm like, interesting. Interesting development. Yeah, but they were adamant. They didn't do it. It was really a weird situation. But, you know, getting caught. Yeah. It's so funny looking back because, like, I didn't know any better. And I was just like, I also, too, anytime somebody would, like, gaslight me, I'm like, you know what, you're right. But now I'm like, no. Caught in 4K or whatever resolution life is. 69K. Or she called him Boo equally weird. It could have been a both thing, but even still, don't bring that into my life, you know. But at least it wasn't Baba. Ugh. Ugh. I always thought too getting called baby would be weird, but then I got called it once and I was like, all right, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Could have been worse. You know, one thing though, I do not ever, 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 ever want to be called ever sweetheart. Because I'm from the South. So, like, to me, sweetheart, what about no, because my dad would call me that. And so, like, if hearing that, I'm like, father? Like, what up, baby girl? Ooh, ew. Ew. And then the waitress was like, yeah, it was also, too, because I'm just so, like, I don't know. And so, sweetheart, I mean, no, when someone says bless your heart, not baby girl, or BBG. That's the one. Yeah, so if someone comes in and they're like, oh man, like, you know, something, 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 my life is so hard. I made $2 million and I'm getting taxed for it. Be like, bless your heart. Oh, bless your heart. You know. I call my partner cutie in the clip of you saying who would even do that from Jubilee Ranch haunts me. I'm so sorry. Oh, hello. Hello. Violet Pocket, thank you for the... There it is. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? We're talking about, pet names. And, what we have been called or have called people in the past. I was discussing some names that I had been called that they were kind of funny. But, I was supposed to stop streaming like 30 minutes ago, but we're still here, so. If you're a dude with white hair and sharp pointy teeth, you can call Kate whatever, apparently. All right, listen. And I think pets with human names are amusing. Oh, that's not what we're... I agree, though. That's, yeah. What's happening? Because, okay, so I was saying how, like, ex-boyfriends of mine, they have called me in the past. Like, they've called me Baba, like, you know, a baby's bottle. And then I got called Boo, and then found out that, like, the previous girlfriend was also called Boo, and so I was kind of like, I don't like this. And then we started off this conversation by me saying I am not, like, I'm like a bruh girl. Like, I don't know if y'all have seen the memes where it's like I'm a bruh girl, so it's like I don't walk in and I'm like, he, hi baby. I'm like, sup bitch. Like, I walk in and I'm just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. You know, ooh. Not like tee hee hee hee. But I blame the fact that I grew up with my dad and two brothers. So, not like, okay, whoa. Don't bring that in here. Don't bring that in here. No. There are lots of other girls like me. We're not doing that. No. Listen, I went through that phase when I was 20. Okay, I'm turning 32 in 13 days. I am simply... So many girls like, Kate, it's okay. Exactly. There's so many like me. I'm not special, okay? There's so many. There's all different kinds. There's so many, you know? Choke slam yourself. Okay, whoa. Fist bumping her boy. Is there something wrong with that? Is there something wrong with that? We're even matching today. The twist and drop? What is the twist and drop? What does that mean? I'm just imagining like spinning in a circle and then slut dropping. Can I say this? Can I say slut on Twitch? Slut? You know when you twist it in a drop? Like spinning in a circle, like and then just dropping it? I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've ever sloop dropped. Picturing his bop it. I still want to do the bop it trend on Thor. But I don't think TikTok would like it. Thinking of boxing fights? Oh. I could make that work in a boxing. When they jump and twist and oh! I would like that, yes. Someone gifted me a sub. Yeah, because we had a 34. Oh, it was recent. That was... Starts with an S. Seguin. So, oh, thank you. I need to do... Because I did the underneath. They kind of look the same, though. I did the underneath more recent than I did this. And I was going to do it today, but then I was like... You know? But I definitely think I want to get... Now I'm looking back at pictures. I kind of liked the neon pink. Not like bright neon, but like what my hairstylist did. I kind of like that pink a lot. Cause I do like the like pastel pink, but the pink that she did, I really liked it. I kind of grew on me a little bit, you know. Cause like hold on, I'll find a picture. The color that was under. No, it was like when I first showed off my hair. This. Because, like, she did that. And then it was going to fade to be pastel, right? Come on now. But because I think what the problem is... is the pinks that I'm getting is warm. And the pink that she used is cool. So I think when this fades, it fades more into like an orange. Whereas when that faded, it just went straight to blonde. You know? But yeah, look at my roots, dude. Look how fast my hair's grown. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. You were saturated. Go back to the roots. Do you know how much it costs to get my hair done? I don't know how much it costs for root touch-ups, but I'm gonna let it grow out to like here, and then I'll get it touched up. Getting your hair done is expensive, especially in Los Angeles. I just had a realization. I don't know until you get done. Tell us. Numbers before with hair. Nope. Yeah, getting my hair cut is $100. When I got this done, just this, I think it was $400. I'm gonna shave my head after all the surgery. I go back in 3 weeks for more surgery. Ooh, you're gonna have a super smooth head. Yeah, I'll go with paint. That's why it does look good. I know. It's a starts with a P. It's not a pleasure. It's a privilege? No. It's a treat. I can't think of the word that I want to use. It's a treat. It's a platypus? Yeah. But it's not something that, you know, I can do all the time. But yeah, it's also too, the reason why it was so expensive is because we did this much hair and then this much hair. We had to bleach it and then we had to color it. It's a perk. It's a party. No, it's lava lamp up to something. Oh my god. I saw something. Actually, I shouldn't tell y'all this. I shouldn't tell y'all this. Never mind. I was Twitter, it jump scared me, and like it was like, what the fuck did I just look at? And it was it it was a little, not traumatizing, but it, you know, when life is strange where it does like has the butterfly and it's like dee, 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 dee. It's like this will have, you know, future effects. It's shocking. Yeah, it was especially for someone like me to see it. How do I word this? There's a man who performs in the industry of the lava lamp, and it's the size of a wine bottle. He held it up next to a wine bottle, and it's the same. Yeah. I closed out of Twitter. Good for him, I get. I just, you know what? I'm too asexual for this. I'm too asexual. I didn't need to know. I didn't need to know. Overgrown, thank you for subscribing for 3 years. It was a jump scare. Cause like I just want to scroll on Twitter. Sometimes I like to look at drawings. I like people's drawings, their animations. I like finding funny little tweets that are relatable. And then all of a sudden there was a wine bottle and an arm, if you will. And I should have just closed out of life. It was too much. It was too much information. Got this thing kind of. Oh no, I forgot about that. Oh no, for you to have, dude. Sometimes I'm scared to open it. Because the thing is, it says for you, and then it's stuff that I don't look at, you know? There's not another one. They made another one? Is it just out like the last one? Oh, God. Yep. Oh, why do they do that to him? Never use. I used to not, and then Nate was like, "Oh, the For You tab is always horrible," and blah blah blah. I was like, "The For You tab?" He's like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "What's a For You tab?" And then he told me about it. But the thing is, mine usually, like, I'll open it right now. This is the first thing that pops up. It's Gibby from iCarly, and it says Studio Gibby. So like most of the stuff I see is hilarious. Like this one ADHD memes. Don't give me verbal instructions, I will forget them immediately, which, oh my god, so me. And then I scroll and I see there's Rin, and then this one is a Rebecca Black. And this one is a lot of Love and Deep Space stuff. And then here's Moira. Someone drew Moira. Be nourished with her. Anyway, it's just. Usually it's just funny stuff. So you can imagine. I'm done. What the fuck did I just see? What the fuck? Oh. You don't want it. You don't want it. Okay, I'm just gonna, how about this? I'll put it. Where do I even put this? I need to make like a Discord where it's just. Like a Discord channel where it's just what the fuck. Alright, I'm gonna put it in shrimp because it seems like the funniest place to put it. Oh my god, this is so nasty. I'm gonna delete it right after, alright? So if anybody wants to see what I just had a nasty reaction to, open the shrimp in the Discord. That's what I was saying. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. Don't say that, Han. So I'm deleting it. Ew. You have so many questions. That's what I think. It was funny meme, funny meme, funny meme, funny meme, funny meme, peen. I don't understand. I don't understand, and I don't get it, and I don't want to get it, and I don't know why my Twitter is supposed to be a happy, free, clean place. It's supposed to be great, and it wasn't. 46,000 read. I didn't even see. Why is Donald Trump streaming on Twitch? You know what? Let's just disperse. I gotta figure out dinner. I have to get groceries. I guess we're going to Ulta. We're gonna go to Ulta. Wait, what? I had to refresh. I gotta get food. I gotta get food. I'm gonna go to Ulta. I gotta ask, this was a few weeks ago. Did you buy the Mercy Formal skin when it came over? You're gonna look me in my eyes and ask me that question. There's also another skin that came out like yesterday. I didn't hesitate. The moment I saw that was available to purchase, donk. Even the wyvern, that's how you pronounce it, wyvern? That one, donk. No Mercy skin. There's technically one. Andy has it. I don't have it. It's very sad. Very sad. Maybe one day I'll somehow get it. Tinder for the formal, but didn't buy it. I'm sure it'll come back at some point if you wanted to. But yeah, it's they're making a lot of money. Those little shits. I miss loot boxes, damn it. Also too, when's the Halloween event? I swear I can't listen if they do another Mercy skin. I can't. I've bought so many Mercy skins this year. I'm not doing the work. I haven't played Overwatch to no point. Fair. I did comp last night. Why is comp so bad? Have mercy on your wallet. All right, I'm gonna leave. I'm leaving. We can't have 42 out of 40. Well, technically I have all of the skins. Technically, the one that Andy has, they don't even count it as a skin. 12 a.m. comp. I think it was like 10 p.m. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna go run errands. Have you tried morning comp? No. Because usually I play just before I go to the gym. Ooh, I did the gym today. I did legs. It was so difficult. For the road. Thank you. I did sumo squats and then I did goblet squats. But I went so heavy with the goblet squats that like my legs were shaking. And then I did the back bendy. And then I did the cables with like where you kick back with the cables, and then I went downstairs, and then I did the fire hydrants with the band, and then I did quads, and then I was like, I'm going home. And then I came home and I chugged a protein shake, and then here we are. And before you ask, no, I have not eaten. So that is why I need to go to the grocery store. I also need to have a grocery list. Wait, bruh, what do you want from me? Listen, if I could wake up when I want to wake up, like at 6 a.m., if I wake up at 6 a.m. and I get up by 6:30 and I play Overwatch and I'm done by 7, I go to the gym and I'm done by the gym by 8:30 and I can go get my stuff and then I come back and then I have to get a grocery list. And I could do... Oh, also, so I've been tracking... You want to hear crazy? Hayden? Do you want to hear something crazy? Oh, I opened the Twitter again. Ew, 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 ew. So I've been tracking my calories. I forgot I have to... Hold on, I have to log my protein shake real quick. Protein. Cup of milk. And chocolate almond milk. And protein shake. Anyway. So I started counting my calories because I wanted to see just how many I was getting. It's not good. So I put in ideally what I want my weight to be around. And I wasn't sure if I should put in I want to lose weight or if I want to maintain. So I put in, I don't want to lose weight. I want to lose chunk, but I want to get muscle. So I didn't know what to, but I just put my calories. So my calories that I have to hit every day is 1,870. Yesterday I need to hit at least 1,900, right? Yesterday I hit 1,100. The day before that, I don't know if I counted that day. Sunday, I only ate 612 calories. Saturday, I ate 1,400. Friday was a good day. Friday, I hit 1,600. I got close. Thursday, 1,500. Wednesday, 1,200. Tuesday, 700. Yeah. I'm not eating enough. But the thing is, because my issue, because I do struggle with an eating disorder, but not, it's complicated. I don't actively struggle with it. It's just something that's always in the back of my mind, you know? But so the reason why I've never counted calories before is because I was afraid that the eating disorder brain would kick in. And so I put it off for a really long time, but then I was like, okay, I'm starting to lift really heavy now. We need protein, we need food. Am I eating enough? Because I forget all the fucking time to eat. And so I just wanted to see if I'm at least getting enough calories, and I'm not. Which is harming me because my body, what's happening is I'll eat, and then the next 3 days I'll forget, right? And so my brain is we're in starvation mode. We have to save all this energy. So that's why I can't get rid of the little bit of chunk that I need to get rid of, is because my body's we need this chunk for when we're starving and we're in survival mode, and then going to the gym almost every single day. Basically, I need to figure out the food problem. It's just so tedious, Eating is so tedious. But the Kevin chicken that I found has been actually very, very helpful. But I ate the last one yesterday. So I have to go pick up more Kevin chicken. Do you ever have an appetite or get hungry? Very rarely. I'm hungry right now, but the problem is say we were aiming for a chunk. I'd be okay, we're hungry right now, but we'll just ignore it. We'll get hungry later. And then I don't get hungry later. And then it's 9 p.m. and I'm ugh, why am I so weak? Why does my head hurt? And then it's oh, shit, I didn't eat. So, Huel things? Huel? I know Stingray mentioned Soylent, but I'm still not entirely sure what the fuck Soylent is. Going to the gym seeing results like 80% diet. I know. And it's like that. Everyone's always saying like, oh, it starts in the kitchen. It starts in the kitchen. I'm like, yeah, I forget the kitchen is there, you know? And it did kind of help when I was doing Kate's kitchen because I like was having to force myself to cook stuff. But a lot of the time it was like bakery stuff. But also too, what's so annoying, there's a lot of foods I like to make, but it makes this much amount of food. And I'm like, I'm a one person. I don't need this much, you know? But now that like I have like friends that kind of live in LA, I'm like, hey, I made too much food. Do you want some? Like Nate, but protein powder with all the vitamins and minerals you need mixed in. Oh, can you not freeze it? My OCD doesn't let me because I'm convincing myself that it's gone bad in the freezer. Comes as a drink, not powder. Only drink swimlet for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. No food? No solids? Heals a liquid meal. Liquid meal thing. Don't know if it's just a UK thing though. Interesting. You can get Soylent as a powder. Okay, well now I'm gonna look. I'm not a leftover hater. Yes, I am. Amazon. Soylent. This doesn't look delicious. Which one's good? Which one's good? So I brought an air fryer. They're great for single people. Make all the metal. True. I don't know what I would make in the air fryer though. Is this one banana? Why is it yellow? It's banana. Oh, there's Huel. 40 grams. Damn. Oh, it's banana. Oh. It's not saying Amazon Prime, so I'm assuming Huel is probably not. Variety sampler one. Soylent variety pack. Does it just have vanilla, creamy chocolate, and strawberry? Only 1 gram of sugar. No mess, no cleanup, no brainer. Well. They do have a banana flavor. No, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. Get that one away from me. Okay, we're good. We'll have everything. It's asterisk. Oh, head pill time. Fuck. Okay, listen. I'll add this to my list and I'll come back to it later. Ooh, mint chocolate. Alright. For now, pumpkin. I don't like pumpkin. I don't really like pumpkin. But, oh, gotcha. I don't like pumpkin. Anyways, thank you for coming to my stream today. Thanks for hanging out and listening to me yap. I'm sorry we didn't play Zelda. We'll definitely play it. Mint chocolate is waiting for me on my desk right now. Why is it waiting? You can simply have it now. But, yeah, thanks for coming to the stream. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'm going to, well, I'll take my pills. I'll have a snack. Not time to eat. Oh. It is for me. But I'll have a snack and then I'll go do some errands. Got a movie to watch tonight. Please keep everyone updated in the Discord. It's going to be fantastic. Incredible. Mind-blowing. You need to have, oh my god, wait, time out. You have to have a cringe counter. It's a rule. How does Nandre do movie nights? We should do something like that. It'll be fun. I can't watch Little Italy again though. I can't. There's one part where he goes, "It's Little Italy," and I can't. It's like Patrick going, "Little." You gotta watch it, man. I adore him, but I couldn't. Don't. I can't. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the subs. Sorry you had to put up with so much trash today. I don't know what. You know, it's because I put LA Comic Con. That's all it is. But anyway, thank you for coming to the stream. Thanks for the follows and the subs and the gifted subs and the Twitch Primes and for the bits and for hanging out. And I'll see you maybe tomorrow. I think I want to try to do more Fansly pictures. I kind of have been not really doing Fansly because I had a lot of stuff going on, but also because there's stinky people in there that have kind of ruined it for me. So but I'll try to take Fansly pictures tomorrow and then maybe stream after. Maybe. We'll wing it, but I'll definitely see you Friday. And then Friday we'll probably play something. We'll wing it. Thanks for coming to the stream. Ta-ta. And farewell. Okay, bye. I'm never playing marbles again. Okay, bye.